live.
Good. Let us begin. Climb into your imagination copters with me real quick. Close your eyes. Settle back and breathe. Listen. Don't forget your seatbelt. I'm a ship pilot. Imagine a city. A great, big, fuck-off city. It's got kind of a Roman look to it, and it stretches up and down the coast of a great azure ocean. Imagine the hustle and bustle of such a place, the exotic multitudes of races, cultures, the ideas and laughter that buzz through the streets, the trade, the arguments, the creativity and cooperation. Now imagine that city has been mismanaged, intentionally bankrupt, decaying, dilapidated, disgusting. Its people somehow feeling as gray as the once azure waters of the ocean had once been. Imagine openly corrupt government, law enforcement, bartenders, your neighbors, and even children. Imagine clean water, and now piss in it. That's what we're looking at here. This is the seat, the capital even, of the once great Mitralian Empire. Imagine how desperate you would be to escape such a place, to, once and for all, go off and see something, do something. Now imagine getting that opportunity. The 4th Mitralian Expedition. Open enrollment. Sure, it was 3 interviews, and the obese dwarven interviewer had smelled absolutely atrocious, and sure, you had to leave home, never come back. All for the good of the Mitralian Kinbara colony. But they're offering a bonus. Plus, you never have to come back. What's not to like? But it really is quite a thing to make a one-way trip. To leave home, family, familiar comforts, and old routines. Would it be worth it, you might ask? A question asked too late is the Teo Dormeo, the warship come transport ship you'd been assigned to, pulls away from the decaying wreckage of Mitral. Venturing into the unknown can offer many unique advantages, opportunities perhaps not afforded one in the land of their birth. The chance to see exciting things, meet new people, sample exotic food and drink, or maybe even try to start fresh. Mitch, can you quickly describe your half-elf Midian as he stands at the railing of the Teo Dormeo?
Midian is about 6 foot in height, wearing all black, half mask, which he never removes for any reason whatsoever. He is not very social. He's got kind of a challenge past, which we can get into at a later time. So kind of think of a shadow that has a personality, if you will.
Or maybe you're looking for the opportunity to settle old scores. Claire, can you describe your characters? Kitty there?
That's a stupid push to talk. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worry.
Stranu stands at about 4'6" tall, but he is a hardy 135 pounds, just pure muscle, as he is a former military captain during the Dwarven involvement of the wars. Big old dwarf in terms of dwarf sizes. He's got a very thick red beard, which he's incredibly proud of in terms of the decorations and things that he has earned throughout his life. Big old thick braid, just 'cause he is battle ready at any time.
And Finkel?
Finkel is just a little, even smaller, just a big old dumb gnome by his side with a huge tattoo on his forehead and just a giant scar that just runs from like about mid-cheek all the way up his eye, just straight through top of his head. And he mostly just, he's off sitting with Stranu, just doing his little squirely duties, largely polishing sigils and chainmail, just doing anything he can to keep Stranu happy and calm.
He's happy doing it, though. Thank you. You might also be looking to find yourself. Tim, can you describe your Warforged?
Yeah, my Warforged name is Sister Heartgazer, and they are a Warforged that sort of uh, found themselves to come to consciousness at some point and wash up on some island and uh, learn the ways of the monk with the master. And they stand at like 6 foot, and they appear to be female. They very much look like a female elf that is dummy thick. Uh, yeah. And what else do I got to say about that?
I feel like dummy thick encapsulates it pretty well.
That's pretty much. I mean, that is the. You can look at the picture. But
we did.
We sure we'll be posting that to the Discord soon. That works for me. Okay. Some might just be looking to kill something different, unique for a change. Tommy, what does your half orc look like? You on push to talk, bud?
Yep, you got me. Hey guys, my name's Cicatrice. I'm about 5'11". I'm a beast hunter, leather worker in the spare time when I'm trying to get my weapons right. Gotta make sure they're top for them to kill. If you guys kill something, just let me know. I'll fucking skin it. There's probably some stuff we can do with that.
Feel like he then throws horns at the imaginary camera.
And he's got a scar from his ear down to his collarbone from a beast he slayed previously that got him a good one. But he mended himself back up. He's fucking better than ever. And he, what else? Wears a hooded cape.
Okay. And some just want to find a new good book. Eric, you describe your tiefling, please.
His name is Logie. He is about 5'10", age 35, about 176 pounds. His eyes featuring yellow. His horns are nothing too wild, mostly to the sides and begin to curl at the end. The only true defining feature of Logie is his infernal markings on his forearms, typically dressed in common clothes, with one side of his shirt always untucked. And when given the opportunity, he always whips out a book and is always distracted reading that book.
Nice. Great introduction. Thank you. Some people just plain enjoy the possibility of death or dismemberment or starvation or drowning or cursing or crushing or imprisonment or slavery or just plain bad luck. After all, it's not about where you're going, but how you get there, right? Questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. It has been 4 months. 4 long months. Is everybody on Roll20? Eric, are you on there?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got some. We're going to share some things. Show the players. I'm going to start. I've got a couple of handouts here. It's mostly image stuff that I'm going to start showing to you guys just as I go through here. Once, at the time they set out, there were 6 vessels. Now, there is 1. The Pride of Mitral and Mendelfawn were both lost to a dragon turtle, breaking the surface and the ships. with its shell after the fleet had been becalmed for a week. The behemoth ate its fill and submerged again. The Kelmbass's fury had been lost to mutiny. The settlers and explorers aboard had taken the ship by force, sailing south and away. The Dawn Cutter, everything just died. One morning, nobody was spotted on deck. Nobody on board would respond, and not a soul was willing to try and board it. Rumor was plague. It, too, was left behind. For over a month, only the Teodormeo and the Penultimate remained. A great storm had racked the ships for the last 3 days, and when the fog left and the bluster cleared, the Teodormeo was alone. Things were looking grim when one morning it feels as if the air has changed, grown lighter, less humid, not quite as salty. The feeling aboard the ship feels positive for what feels like the first time in years. That afternoon, birds are spotted for the first time. The first glimpse of land, finally, oh gods, fucking finally, is less than encouraging. A large island, its shores jagged and high above the crashing water, foreboding and cold. And yet, the captain of the Teodormeo breathes a sigh of relief. Almost there. Here? Oh, no, we don't land here. We don't land on this island. Bad business. Can't you feel it? 3 days, not much more than that. Three days, she promises everyone. Tension grows high. People feel as if the end is finally here, and to be denied the opportunity to land, to stretch their ships, their feet, to feel solid ground under their feet, once again has been denied. Patience is a diminishing quantity. So those 3 days feel more like 3,000 years as the Teodormeo leaves the island behind, sailing just south of a violent, churning channel before abutting up against the land once more. She had another one there.
I'm not seeing any of these.
Buck.
Is there anybody else?
I don't see
Yeah, I
anything
hadn't
in
seen
that.
any images at all.
Really? That's why it's not working.
Maybe refresh.
All players, save changes.
Yeah, I've just been going off your description in my head, calling it a day.
Yep, that sure is a dragon turtle.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
I know
Did
what
you
a
have to
dragon
click
turtle
on
is.
it, or did it show you? Claire?
What?
Did you have to
Dragon
click
turtle
on it, or
had
did it show you?
Okay, I got it now.
I refreshed and it appeared. Just a
Okay.
dragon turtle, though.
That's a dragon turtle, all right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I guess before we push on here, let's get the Sea Voyage thing slapped down here. Any questions on that? There was a lot kind of packed into that little bit there.
Seemed to me like there were a lot of ships. A giant dragon turtle ate a bunch of them, and there was one. No.
Yep, correct. Yep.
Okay. And then there was one left, or maybe more than one. Is that the Dawn Cutter?
The Dawn Cutter was the plague ship, or was the suspected plague ship.
Okay, that's the one that had nobody on it.
The two left were the Teodormeo, which is what you guys are on, and the Penultimate. The Penultimate was basically you lost each other in a storm in the fog that happened after. You arrived to finally find an island that the captain was apparently able to identify rather quickly based upon the overarching emanation of cold and bad juju, I suppose, is a good way of putting that. Questions there?
Not full question in relation to what you have said, but
Okay.
post session, can you please post somewhere everything that you just read for those of us that are not audio learners?
I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Did the turtle leave a piece of its shell or a piece of its skin on the boat?
Nope. The turtle is more strong than that.
Okay.
The turtle, those dragon turtles are fucking huge.
Yes, I looked into them the other day. They're
No, the ships beat feet away from that as fast as they possibly could.
cool.
And I think it would be fair to surmise that really only got away because
The wind was in our favor, boys.
Yep. Have the Toro Dome. I don't know if that'll show you now if you have to refresh for that now too. That sucks if you have to do that every time.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of these.
I'm just seeing a dude looking out on a landscape. That's what I got.
So you're on the right.
Okay.
Where-
Yeah, you're on the home page still, so that's it should pop up like on the screen like a handout, like I just dropped a sheet of paper on your desk.
Journals.
More than anything.
If you go to your right and you click on journals, it'll be right underneath the icon for journals. That's what I'm seeing. Like,
I can
Oh,
see
okay.
them, but they don't pop up now.
Okay, yeah, I see.
I'm also changing them over so that they're in all player journals instead of just mine.
That's a dragon turtle. Yep.
we also
And we got
Sure is.
we got the boats,
Just
the
be
fleet
unanimous
set,
now. We're like, yep, that's a dragon turtle.
dead ship, Hydromero, making it Sunderdial.
The Sunder Dial, that's what you see when you run across the fucking scary ship or the scary island that the captain's like, nope. We're not landing there. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah, no, that's smart. That's a good call.
Let's edit this last one. Okie dokie.
Hey, Paul, I'm pretty sure I can see everything.
You
So,
should be able to see a bunch of images.
no, I mean like crafting materials, like reference and definitions, player reference sheets, Roll20 sheets.
Nope, that's all correct. Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yep. And anything that you can see, get at it. There is actually a whole other thing that I think the only thing I probably won't share with you is the tables for like when you're foraging, like
Where you find
whenever
the
you
shit.
roll.
Yeah. No, yeah, you got to walk this way to get it.
Right. But past that, like I'll share the other stuff to the Discord as well. You guys are free to look into that if and when you want. It's easier to do it that way than to basically play a 40 question thing as to whether or not you can make a certain thing.
Yeah. Just because last time we played, I had permissions that I were not allowed to look at.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I've done this Discord for this Roll20 largely from scratch, so some of it makes sense and some of it I did sleep deprived, and it is what it is. Okay, I am going to switch your map screen now so that you guys should actually be seeing the hex map. You may very well need to refresh that.
I do see a hex map.
All right, give me just a second. I am sorting out what you guys will be able to see here. Okie dokie. Maybe refresh and you should see more of what's going on. I hope. Let me know if it works.
I don't need to refresh anything. It's appearing for me.
Okay, good to know. And we wanted to do the area that we think we would have from the settlers who had been here previously. Okie dokie. Okie
Thank you.
dokie.
That was bothering the hell out of me. Appreciate
Yeah, I think there's still a little part actually over here, but
I see the little hair.
Yep.
Okay, you got it. Inside, I'm dying. Like, no, yeah. It's not bad.
okay. what was really is the 3-day travel from seeing the island feels more like 3,000 years. Everybody is so ready to get off that fucking boat, to get moving, to start your new lives, whatever they may be. That tensions are decidedly running higher. You pass away from the island that you now learn is in fact an island, and travel just south of some crazy ass area. There's a way to ping stuff on here. Yeah, that ping. That is a churning channel. Think like hardcore whitewater rapids through that area there, and you sail northeast past it, and start sailing along rocky bluffs that skirt the ocean. They're sharply angled by the constant erosion of the tide. Stretching for miles beyond the coast, however, are lush grasslands, wide plains, trees. You pass 3 days of beautiful kaleidoscope landscape, clearly wild, apparently visually untouched. The water below the vessel as you sail is the same azure, crystal clear water that once surrounded Mitral before the ruination that came to that city incrementally. In shallower areas, you can see straight through to the sandy bottom of the ocean. On the second day, for one quiet, haunting hour, the Dormeo silently glides above a city, seemingly perfectly preserved and lifeless beneath the waves. I'll say that's H14 for anybody looking. Later that same day, as the sun sets behind distant, barely visible trees skirting the plains and grasslands, you see smoke lazily drifting up from what appear to be square stone walls, maybe half a mile or so off the coast. There's a tower poking up from one corner. Anybody happens to be standing close to the captain hears her or sees her spit off to the side and say, "Fort Foulluck, not a friendly place from what I have read." And the vessel continues sailing. As you get into the third day, it's again afternoon, and you are all up on you're all up on the deck of the ship, just watching this landscape go by as the ship serenely sails towards your destination. Food and water is growing to be a bit of a concern. It's been a long voyage, and there are decidedly more people on this vessel than you guys, but not quite to a point where anybody is seriously concerned at this point. And the captain seems certain that you should reach your destination that day. When pressed, she admits that she's never made this voyage before. It is very rarely made. The oceans, as you have all experienced, are an incredibly dangerous place, and from what you can tell, 1 in 6 ships survived. That's a huge investment to be making regularly for a decaying empire. So as the light starts to get a little bit longer as that sun again approaches the treetops, in the distance along the shore, you all see what looks like a pier, a stone pier stretching far out into the water. It is the first non-organic constructed thing that you have seen so far on this coast besides the castle and the submerged city. The vessel starts to furl its sails as it approaches, and you can feel this fevered anticipation, this electricity run through everybody on the vessel as its speed begins to slow, and the captain spins the wheel and starts to turn the large vessel into this protected bay of what you presume to be Ebentide. Questions or clarifications about the journey?
Which hex would Ebentide be in?
Good question. Ebentide is in... Is that on the GM layer? Is that what I did there? Yes, it is. Okay. Map layer. You should see a fucking stupid green circle now.
Yes, it. Ebentide. Second question: are we going to be exhausted from getting off the ship? I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot here, but
No.
okay, cool. Just make sure.
Can I get you guys to roll a perception check for me? Eric, I forget that your first time, your description was good and you picked all this up really quick. To do those, you open up your character sheet and then actually just find the perception skill. Click that motherfucker and it'll drop it right into the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just click the skill, okay?
Great job.
Oh no.
I think just Tim.
Technically,
No, Tim's there. Who are we? Okay.
Dummy thick and hella perceptive, bitch.
The dummy thick, hella perceptive Warforged monk is in fact the only one who notices something odd about the city that you're sailing into. There is no one on the docks. There is no one walking down the streets. It looks still. It looks almost abandoned.
This city is a ghost town.
Okay, yeah.
It's got some nice rocks, though.
Oh, I think
You guys-
I think it should be safe to point out too that last time we played, whatever is said in character is God. So
Yep,
you
it
wanna
is. It's canon. If you say it in your character voice, it's a thing that happens.
Yep.
No, I understand.
Okay, yeah. But this is like for things like I stabbed the guard. If you say that in your character voice, I'm going to make you roll for it. Like, does everybody get what we mean by that? You can discuss anything you want openly, but if you say it in character voice, you're held to it.
Co-sign.
Sorry, responding to my wife. I normally do the 3-hour feed after she goes to sleep, and Danny's being cool and covering that so we can play our imagination game.
All right.
Thank you,
I'm ready.
Danny.
I could talk. I'm ready to go if anybody else is ready.
I don't.
I think so. That is the end of the stuff that I prepared. And even I'm sure you picked it up at a point where it went from like nice and smooth storytelling to like a little stuttery. That was when I was just trying to describe this as best as I could. So this is the player agency part.
Got it.
You ask me what you're looking at. Ask me what you want to know at this part. I am at this point done with being the only person who was talking.
Got it.
Try and be respectful and don't speak over each other. I want to answer all this stuff. This is a longer session so that we can kind of figure out group dynamics and how this all works with everybody. But I am not, I don't want to say I'm not going to hold your hand anymore, but like I don't have any prepared story for you past this. You have arrived in what appears to be a ghost town. You've seen a big fucking scary place, scary island that you passed. You saw some rapids. You saw a lush landscape, a city submerged underneath the waves. You saw what appears to be some kind of fort with active cook fires, and now you have arrived in this dead city. That's what I have to offer you. Everything else that happens from this point on is a result of the things that you guys have decided to ask questions about and the things that you guys have decided to follow up on. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking game then.
I'm assuming that
Is
we
it
pulled
still-
into B there. That's the dock.
I'm
Stone jut hanging out.
B.
Yeah.
Yes. Ignore the legend on the top right. I just didn't edit it out. Other than that, you guys should be able to see all of the city. I would argue that actually what I'm going to do here real fast is hide some of that city.
Yeah. All right. So guys,
Real quick, wait, what time is it? Because you said the shadows are long, and then we were still kind of on the ship, but now we have docked. Is it first thing in the morning? or is it now nighttime?
You have not docked. You are not docked. You are in the bay.
Evening time.
We will call it 4:00 in the afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Give us some time to play with it.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what I got for you guys. What do you want to know? What do you want to do? You can ask questions about everything that happened up to this point. You can go around and we want to talk to some people on the ships. I do have some like NPCs kind of sorted out, but by and large, this is going to be. I'm going to flesh out what you guys decide to talk to.
Are you going to let us know when we actually dock?
It's up to you guys what you're going to do. You are right now in the bay. I think I have. Let me see if I thought I had a little ship thing for you guys, but
I could use my imagination.
yeah, you can use your imagination. There is your ship. It's not docked. You are like floating in the middle of the bay, just north of like the monument at A. We'll say you're like, God damn it, this roll 20 so tidgy sometimes. Like here, the ship has come to a stop. The anchor has not been thrown. The captain is standing at the railing, peering out at the surrounding city. She seems to have picked up on something being wrong as she is talking to the Marine sergeant on board, having a quickly whispered conversation.
So, does anybody see anything? I can't even see anybody over here. Are they gonna attack us? Are we gonna get ambushed? I gotta get off this boat, man. I can't. It's been too long. What do you guys want to do? I can't be here no more, man. I gotta do something.
I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to get as far away from you as possible with that incessant talking. Oh, God.
I'm still reading my book, but as I become aware that people are still around me, I look up from my book and ask, well, where are the people on the dock? There's just no one there. Is it abandoned?
Probably all went for a picnic, or that dragon turtle farted.
Jesus.
Maybe we should approach the captain.
It's all you.
Yeah, I'll approach the captain, see what he's up to.
The captain is, in fact, a woman. She's a half-elf. She's standing at the rail of the ship. She's just sent off the Marine sergeant as you guys approach, and she half turns to look at you as you walk up to her and says, "There's nobody there. There should be people there." She seems confused, surprised, a little angry.
It's possible they're asleep.
She kind of cocks an eyebrow and then her head a little bit and looks at you as if, looks you up and down, notes that you're a Warforged, and she seems to have the impression that you're not quite sure how sleeping works for regular, non-clockwork humanoids. It's 4 PM. I don't think they're asleep. There should be someone there. She gestures with her hands. There's no smoke. There's no sound.
Well, that's suspicious.
I think that's a bit of an understatement.
So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go in? What are we gonna do, Captain? You mean, we've been here. So, what's the worst,
What did you say? We've been here?
On the boat. We've been on the boat.
Yeah, my legs are pretty tired of sitting on this old sea ship here. I wouldn't mind stretching them if everybody else is so down for that.
She looks at you and says, and kind of shakes her head disbelievingly. She says, if you want to go in, you're more than welcome to take the Pequod. She gestures at what's basically the rowboat. I have the Marine sergeant. He's getting an exploratory party together, but anyone willing to go is more than welcome. This doesn't look right to me.
If we go and like get to the docks, we'll surely find like answers.
I would assume that if we don't see anybody right now, at least like if the boat's near the dock, we could always hop back on that and row back if anything jumps
I
out at us, right?
I want to make a decision, and I want to go not towards the docks, but I want to go towards the east and maybe hit up those little woods right there over by sea. Because the captain said we can take the boat, right? Instead of going right into town, maybe cut around.
But I don't want to go to those woods over there.
It looks like this here is, I don't want to say it's a cliff, but it would require a climb up from the water. The slope gets more manageable like here-ish. And you can clearly tell what's east here as you're looking at these docks are all smaller. These are all like private 1 and 2 man boats. This is a fishery. These are where your fishermen come in and out of. The buildings there are more like sheds and shanties where you would, store your gear and clean your catch.
I vote we go to the big dock. I'd like to find a bar as soon as possible.
By big dock, do you mean B or D?
B.
Bravo?
Bravo. Baby.
It looks farther away from the bar, if you ask me, but yeah, let's go.
That and to get information as to what happened.
I just hope
Considering
you good to go.
considering we are not seeing people, maybe bars won't be managed.
You guys are making an awful lot of assumptions for something that maybe everybody's at church. I don't know. I'm thirsty.
Let's go.
I am fully equipped and ready to serve.
All I'm
if
saying.
needed.
Yes.
Much obliged there, dummy thick. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know why we're making all these assumptions that something bad happened when none of us have been here before to assume that this is out of the ordinary. Even the captain's never been here before, so what are we sitting around on this boat? Let's go.
If you'll pardon my intrusion, gentlemen, I must say I agree. As we have spent so much time on this boat, and now we have finally found what appears to be passable land, we have no choice but to disembark.
See, Shorty gets it.
Yeah, Beardy, you know.
She has pointed out the boat to you and let you guys know that you're more than welcome to use it if you would like. Yeah.
I hop in the boat.
Okay.
I think Finkel's gonna help load up the boat. And
Are you guys
Mark.
taking everything that you have on you?
I'm gonna leave my rope on the boat. On the boat that we're riding in. Because it's the only thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
10 pounds.
Ignore non-equipped items. Okay, so you should be able to uncheck that on your character sheet, and it should remove it from your encumbrance.
Let us see.
Eric, yours should now work like that as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see
Good now.
here. Claire is... Oh, shit. Claire, you were on the wrong encumbrance. That's my bad. You should be fine.
I won't lie. I really only understand encumbrance and accounting terms. I assume you just mean like the shit I'm carrying.
Correct.
Word.
You, however, should be you're squared away now and can uncheck stuff until you're no longer encumbered. Should you want to leave it on the boat? Rope, by the way, is fucking 10 pounds. 10 rations is 20 pounds. 10 torches is 10 pounds. Like, you can cut those numbers down and save yourself some weight wherever you want to. They would be on the rowboat, and hypothetically would be easily recoverable. However, if shit goes pear-shaped and you don't get back, you do lose it.
Yeah, it's my understanding that what I am currently carrying is not even like half of my carrying capacity, so I'm not particularly worried. Also, I've got Fink.
You're actually over encumbered now. What is your...
Mighty bold assumption,
But I
my
don't
cleric.
think by a
I thought it
lot.
was like strength times 15 or something.
No, it's
No,
times
no,
5.
we're using the variant one. It's strength times 5. So you have 90, and you are at 125.
I just pictured this fucking dwarf and Fink's like helping him carry this duffel bag.
But,
of shit, like,
but
and
that's
he's like,
actually
he's
the
like,
that's actually the answer right there. Is that Fink is not carrying anything and can carry this. So
Yeah,
Fink
that was
has
okay. Great.
he has a strength of 14. So you have
need you to
9.
RP him picking that up though. Like I want to see this little number. Like,
Yeah.
70. So total, Claire, between the two of you, you and Fink can carry 160 pounds. We're gonna keep track of that shit on your sheet, but make a
I
note.
say, yeah, I don't really know how to how to change that.
You
Or how to
don't
make things
just
single.
make a note. You're not going to, is what I'm saying. Though you're just going to put the stuff on your equipment sheet, and we're going to use the combined weight of 160 from the two of you just to determine it. So if it says encumbered there, but it's less than 160, ignore it. Savvy?
I think I think I would make sense of it. Yeah.
Okay. You have a carry capacity of 90. Finkel can carry 70. So what you can carry is 160. His character sheet is not built to add equipment and shit on it like yours is. So we're just going to track it all on yours. So whenever you get something, keep the equipment on Strainu's sheet. And even if it says encumbered down at the bottom, if it's less than 160, you are not encumbered.
Word.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. We're getting a boat. Is that where we were? I feel like that's where we were.
little dingy.
Yeah, little dinghy. Just a little dinghy. And where everybody's getting in that, we don't have any arguments. Nobody's going off to do their own thing. Everybody's cool with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You guys all pile into this boat. You've surely interacted with each other over the course of the months on your way to this point, what is essentially absolutely the beginning of the adventure, and you can all feel that. Like it's a very charged moment. This is you finally getting off the boat and going into uncertain circumstances. This is the exact reason that you have decided to come here, as well as getting away from an absolutely shit place to live. That has been achieved, and the chances of getting back across that big ass wet thing is pretty minimal. So there's a determination to do what you need to do here. The water of the bay is that same incredibly relaxing azure turquoise color. You can see down to the bottom, and while it is the same sandy bottom that's redundant as hell, but work with me. Here you can see rocks and stones that are spread among it, as well as humanoid detritus. There is, random parts of ships and things like that down there. Not as if a battle has occurred, but just as if at some point, obviously previous to now, there was life and hustle and bustle and production and activity in this place, even though as you approach, you do not see any movement on the docks of the city. You guys said you were heading towards the pier.
I believe I assumed we were going towards B. I figured that the bar would be closest to the main dock. What port doesn't have a tavern set up near the main dock,
We're going B.
Yeah.
The docks at D look like there's an actual.
Okay, well then that's where I would go.
Okay, is everybody cool with that? There's no argument. There's no discussion. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
On the
But
D dock?
that's where I would go. You guys can feel free to
I,
try to sway me. I'm pretty stubborn.
think we-
D is in dog.
That's fine
Yeah,
with
it's
me.
my understanding that
I
D
think we
is
should.
like the big pier for a big ship, and D you said would be like fishery working people
I think we should hit.
activity, correct?
Hold on. There's some cross lines here. The area around M on the right side of what you guys can see is the fishery. D, as in Delta, is correct. That is more of a place where a large ship like yours would go. You do also see what appears to be more businesses than residential on that side. There is a large building that looks and feels to, I don't know your character names yet, Midian, exactly like an inn that he would have been so fond of in his former life, or a tavern rather. That's at Delta. Bravo is a pier. It is like a breakwater more than anything. That's actually quite literally what it is. You could dock at it, but it is a little rough around the bottom. It's not a place where you would necessarily dock the Teo Dormeo, but you could definitely offload from your dinghy there.
I think we should go to G and look around before we really step foot into town. That way, maybe we can get a little better gauging on what's going on before we just pull right up to a dock.
I am gonna go firmly off the assumption here that y'all are being way too suspicious for a place that has been here for 30 years, and I'm not gonna play it like that. So if you want to RP
Yeah,
that, I'll RP that. But I don't see any reason to be suspicious when we just rode a boat for fucking X amount of months. I want to get the fuck off this boat. I want to go get a beer.
I'm gonna say, yeah,
This
there's
is what
no
I'm
point in
trying to
trying
go
to
do
creep
right
into
now.
town. It's not like they don't. If there's anyone there, they
Yeah, we
clearly
have-
see the giant fucking ship.
Yeah, like there's no reason to be like as far as my character would see it, I see no reason to be alarmed that nobody's standing outside being like, "Hi, Teodor Mayo, welcome." Like, I don't fucking know. They got their own lives. Maybe there's something going on. I don't fucking know. I wouldn't see. I see no fires, buildings on fire.
Let's just stack and roll up.
I think the decision we're trying to make is between D or M at this point. D seems to be what more businesses, and M is more looks like more working class kind of.
Let's go to D. Yeah.
Let's do D. Yeah, that's
Let's
fine.
go.
All right,
Seems
let's
like the
go.
consensus.
Alrighty. It is 9:30. We have been at it for an hour and a half, and I have a few things to prepare on my side, so we're going to take a quick little break here as I get this next little bit here sorted out. This is your opportunity to use the bathroom, have a smoke, get a drink. Let's reconvene at 9:40 if we can, and we'll go from there. Everybody cool with that?
Yep, we're back.
Yep,
I
we're
guess-
getting to feed the cat, so good timing.
Yep, good deal. All right.
What up, boys? Girls.
What it?
My wild kitten, the male lady, jumped out on the side of the road. Is now finally purrs when you pet it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Just in case it is lost to us later, all of the pop-up text Paul has given us, in Roll20, I am compiling into a Google Doc that I intend to share with everyone.
Oh, thank you.
You're a kind soul.
I still haven't figured out the voice yet, but I figure he'll come to me.
Yeah, get there.
I mean, you know where I'd stand on things. What's your best dwarfish Scottish fucking voice?
Well, I feel weird making him Scottish because Teg was Scottish.
Yeah, but Tig wasn't a dwarf.
Very true, and the name is Stranio.
Stranio.
Yes. Sounds strong.
It means strange in Romanian.
Mine means scar.
That's pretty cool. And what language?
America. In English, it's a medical term.
Fair play.
Fire.
Midian is a Cradle of Filth album.
That's actually pretty dope. Fits it.
Yeah. Dusk in her embrace, my friend.
Yeah. I
That
can't wait.
honestly doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
So you guys know as well too. Midian is he's not too social, you know what I mean. But also
He's a prick.
I'm a complete douchebag. So feel free to RP me, fucking being a cocksucker all you want. But my flaws are that I make sarcastic jokes about everything, even if the timing, especially if the timing is not right for it. I constantly insult everybody. It's just kind of my thing. I'm an edgelord.
Yeah.
So
Give
we
me a
are
ride.
not going to get along, is what I'm hearing.
Or you'll grow to love me. I'm not necessarily a bad person by any means. I'm chaotic neutral, so I don't necessarily care how things go, and I don't really care who wins, whether it's the cops or the robbers. I did that purely so that situationally I can make the decision that best benefits me out of everything. So.
I felt that going lawful good for a paladin made sense, but also lawful in terms of paladin means, I follow my god, and the sigil of my god is the phoenix, and we're firebound, so I figure could go either way technically.
I mean, why did you leave the military?
Because the dwarves withdrew from the war.
So you just kind of like are a warrior without a home?
The dwarves withdrew from the war, and then there was the third expedition, which was with a lot. It said a lot of broken soldiers and things. So I think part of him wants to find former soldiers that were kind of forced to leave because they could no longer fight in his military. But is also as the head of the military, especially for his specific area, where he comes from, he's kind of tasked with finding the new home and figuring out how to once more come how to help them travel safely to a new home. He's scouting a new location for his people.
Got it.
And if we have to burn some shit down for for a rebirth, that is still the will of my god.
So purge the heretics.
Honestly, it's a fucking great paladin story.
Thank you. I'm nervous about it, but I'm quite pleased the more it comes together.
It's good, and everything you stated from the timeline was accurate. The read between the lines on the expeditions is that they were kind of used, at least the earlier ones, to get rid of some of the unfavorables, whether it was like via politics or racial or perhaps troublesome veterans. There seems to be some overlap in the people who go. That was predominantly during like the old empire was at one point actually an empire with an emperor. The elves were on top for a long, long time. They did well for a minute, and then a shitty one got into power and kind of fucked things up. But they also did decent things like made everybody quote unquote equal. See, read into that what you will. Mithril will be for a totally different day, I think. That'll be a fun thing to build, though. That'll be an angry fucking place if and when we ever play there. But there was a lot of dissatisfied individuals. There was a civil war fought at one point. The Warforged were actually commissioned at one point, the creation of them, from someone as yet unknown. And were used as the predominant force in that civil war, which was essentially like basically beating back the rioters. All the people who actually wanted change in their kingdom were thought that it was necessary. The Warforged were commissioned to basically put them down, and they did so pretty brutally. The Warforged contract, quote unquote, ended like 50, 75 years back. And essentially, the Warforged were always sentient, but had been dominated by their prime directive, which was to do what they were told. And when the contract ended, they found themselves essentially rudderless, with free will, but like basically like halfway through a random ass Tuesday, the thing that had been completely controlling their lives ended, and a lot of them were left kind of adrift. So many of them took up odd jobs. They're like lumberjacks and shit like that now. They seem to be a relatively positively minded race, despite the fact that everybody thinks of them as brutal killers. And what most of them spend their time doing now is actually like trying to contribute to positive society. That was a totally long explanation for an unasked question, and I apologize.
So I'm hearing Australia.
Actually, yes, that's kind of how I was thinking about it the other day. I realized that, like, if you think about Kinbara and the expeditions, instead of it being like prison ships, like they've basically convinced these people, and in your cases, paid you to come and do this crazy ass fucking thing.
Well, how much did they pay us?
I actually meant to cover that. I think you each have a platinum piece.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna add that in right quick.
Yeah, I think it's like equivalent to 100 gold. It's basically like the signing bonus, if you will. But you guys played into it so well, like being willing to go in and do this thing, which I love because you guys know you're here to fucking play this game. Was the explanation that you guys were essentially chosen during that interview process to be like explorators, basically. Each ship had a small company of them. 10, we'll say, and then like there's other people on the ship, and that's essentially settlers, right? That's people with skills and etc. You know what I mean? The people that you need, farmers, tradesmen. Each ship, basically, the entire thing was designed that if only, as it happened, one ship made it through, then they had the resources that they would need to do the thing that they were sent to do. So everything's been kind of evenly spread. The other 4 members of y'all's company, you're the 3rd company of the 4th expedition, we'll basically treat as possible sidekicks going forward. I have not statted them out, but I will. And if you are like down a character or down a player or something like that, you can basically like Shanghai one of these motherfuckers, and one of you can play him, and you have extra hands. But again, they are like 50% power basically of you. So They the same hit points, same AC and shit like that. So like meat shield or spellcaster, like a heal bot kind of thing is what we're looking at here. I just think it'll work out all right. Anything else?
Can you guys roll a little faster? I'm kind of getting sick of these ship things, boats, water. I think it's safe to say I sat in the back and I'm not rowing. Why do I not hear anything here? The fuck just happened? You guys talking? Hello? Fuck. Yo. Can you guys hear me? What the fuck? Yo.
Chat.
Be like a
Uh,
I
Okay.
think that's
Can you guys hear me? Yo. Guys. Hello? Can you guys hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
Yo, am I here?
yep. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I have no idea what just happened, but if I just missed the last like 3 minutes of everything.
You didn't really miss anything. We were going through.
Okay.
I guess basically fixing the same issues that you had in some way, shape, or form. This is the image you want to use, Tim. I can see that for you. Sister Heartgazer. Okie dokie. Let me get this here.
yeah. Paul, do you see what's going on with Tim's icon?
Yeah, I'm taking care of it. Hold on. This is the save settings, save changes. Should be good. Delete. Not what I wanted to do. And boom. Should be good. Tim, can you move your icon around now? She should be
Oh,
on
yeah.
the map. Okay. Spanu and Finkel. Mitch, pull your token out onto the map.
From character sheet.
Go to the journal and like instead of opening up your character sheet, grab and hold. Yeah. Okie dokie. Roll me some perception checks as you get out of that old boat there, folks.
Perception's not good for me.
Damn.
Can I roll? Oh, I guess I wouldn't need to do that right now.
Okay, Claire is still set for
Do I
advantage.
need to have Finkel open and roll for him as well, or?
That is up to you. You're more than welcome to. Like, I don't have a problem with it at all. He does have different skills and things like that.
Oh wait, he doesn't have like a little
He
quick
does. So
perception like I do.
he does. It's at the or if maybe he might. He doesn't have that trained. Let's look at him here. I did him pretty quick this afternoon.
Would it be like
He does. So you can roll just a straight 20 for him. He does not have a bonus to it. He's not trained. Actually, he's got a passive perception 10. We'll use that. He's not trained in perception, so he doesn't get the +2 to it, and he doesn't have a wisdom bonus, so it's essentially a straight 20-sided die. So you can roll that as well.
Well,
Did I do that right? I did forward
you
slash
did-
R space one D20, right?
\R space 1d20. Wait, okay.
Sorry, my stupid ass just did \R20.
Good
good to know.
God, I gotta fucking change your. I don't know your names yet. Kigatrix and Logi, perhaps unsurprisingly, as he glances up from a book to successfully get out of the boat without falling into the waves and the water below. You both, as you look onto these docks, you kind of see something moving off on the right, or like in front of you and down what looks like an alley right here. It looks as if there's a man there watching you from, very intentionally pulled back and watching from the shadows. It's to you guys. We're not in combat or anything yet, so I'll let you know when we need to roll initiative or something like that. If you are moving around, keep in mind that you do have movement distances, but until we're in combat, it's pretty much exploration mode. That being said, if you like moved your token like right up to whatever you see, like things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you move over a place where there is a trap, there's going to be a decent chance that you just set off that trap. So it's one of those things that you kind of want to be considered about.
Okay.
If we're on a map, pay attention to where you are on it.
Yep.
Okay. It's to you guys. Two of the party has seen a man watching from the shadows about, I don't know, 100 feet.
The Warforged moves to the front of the group and says, "This way to the bar."
Hey, Midian, I think I see something fucking creeping. It's creeping up there. Yeah, it's over. It's creeping in that little shadow over there. You see it?
What? Sorry, I dozed off.
Yeah.
Oh, we landed on the dock. Awesome. Where's the bar?
The thing that you see, Tommy, seems to step back into the shadows.
Well, it's
I love
gone
the way
now.
He just like disappeared. I saw the top of his head.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Here you go.
Can you do that one more time?
Funny.
Where'd he go? He fucking gone. Don't worry.
Yeah, he disappeared. I don't know. He's gone now, but he must be a little pussy. He's not even here anymore. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm following you, dummy thick. Lead the way.
This way. Moving forward.
Yep. No. I mean, if that's what you guys are going to do, is just approach it. I'm going to say
Each
you
square
get to
is like movement speed wise is
each square is
5.
5 feet. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Like I said,
I-
just so the group is aware, I'm not playing this as any kind of threat right now. So even this is how I would play it. I know we should be cautious and things, but like I just would not see this as a reason for caution here. So that's,
Yeah, I'm moving up
if it's for story, it's for story.
to the to the end of
No,
the
I'm
dock,
right.
not
I'm
the end of the dock,
right
but
behind you if you catch my
the start of
drift.
the dock.
I'm somewhat following. It's just almost about 2 paces behind.
I would like
I
to roll.
also, I was gonna say, I don't know if do I know actually where the bar is? I feel like
I don't
The
know.
the
I'm
probably
the,
trusting
saw
No,
it
it
you.
was
coming
yeah,
in, right?
sent it. It was
the
it was
big
good.
building that you thought it was going to be is this one here, like right almost directly in front of you guys.
Yep.
I
You
would
see,
like
you guys are just strolling up, like just going.
I actually want to. I would like to roll a perception check and see if I can see like anything like moving rocks or loose pieces of wood. That way, I know what I'm kind of walking into.
Yep. Go ahead.
Where's the button? Hold on. That's persuasion.
Can I make a brief advisement?
That's a curious
Sure.
turn of phrase.
Perhaps don't tell Paul what role you would like. Tell him the information you are searching for, and he will tell you what to roll.
But in that instance, it would in fact be a perception check. But yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
Okay. Will do. Boop. I didn't see anything.
You don't see anything more abnormal than the creepy thing that was watching you from the shadows as you all approach. Assuming that you are in fact approaching, when you get to be about here, so move yourselves till you're about here, like you're walking up to the bar.
I want to move myself to right. Like behind these barrels.
Nope, I said up to about here, like you're walking up to the bar. So
Yeah, right here. I just
that's
got up.
cool. Claire, do you have control over both of them? You should, right? Okay. As
I
you
do.
get,
I'm just trying to decide if I want to keep Finkel in front of or behind me.
I'm listening,
Finkel's
but I have to
just
take this phone
fucking,
call real quick.
yeah, Finkel's just fucking trundling along. You know what I mean? Like, he's at that mental capacity where like he just keeps going into one direction until you like gently push the back of his shoulder and like direct him into a new one. You know what I mean? It's not that he's like absolutely fucking retarded. He's just happy to do whatever is going on. And if you guys are walking, he's fucking walking. You guys are fighting.
Yeah, he's pretty much
Fighting,
just gonna
right?
follow this dummy thick robot lady that's like, she knows what's going on.
Finkel's
Okay.
casually in love. Just this little retarded dwarf just can't look away from that badonk.
I'm in front. Like, can I see anything in front of me? What's going on?
Now roll me a perception score because at this point, like as you guys get to this point, we are kicking off at this point. That's why I was wondering how you guys were getting in here. I wanted you to position yourselves at a decent spot because this occurs at a certain point which you have reached.
It's everyone from perception.
Regardless
Everyone.
of no, hold on just a second. Let me drop this on. As you guys get to this point, walking up, the reported person in the shadow has been shared, and you guys have decided to approach the bar. As you get to about here, you hear an ear splitting. I can't do these because I have a sleeping kid. You know what I mean? Think of like how Arabic sounds, like when you're watching a movie about how the English are the good guys when they're fighting there and taking everything, and like these sand people come out of the desert with their tulwars and shit. You know what I mean? Like that kind of high ulating cry.
What are the sand
breaks
people
out.
called?
Tuscan Raiders.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm hearing.
That's more glottal. That's grunting. That's you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a
Talking
different
like
thing.
They scare easily, but they'll be back in greater numbers.
like a war cry. Is that what you're talking? Like
Yes, like a cry of alarm, and it is not in a language that any of you speak. But as you hear it, I will now ask you guys to roll for everybody can roll a perception. Tim, you can roll a new one as well.
But along with hearing that, could someone wait? No, never mind.
What you got, man? Ask the questions, boo.
To be able to make out what that scream was.
Without speaking the language?
Yeah,
I
that's
would,
why
I think I would take an insight on that, like to try and determine what the.
Also, do we know currently what random language Sister is speaking?
No, we don't.
No,
But
wait,
I am
wasn't
telling
she?
you that this is not a language that was included in character generation. This is, I,
Okay,
as much as I hate the word, this is a homebrew language.
that's fair. I actually am. I'm also. I just want to verify, since I've got like the two roles going on. When I click, I think it's clear that that's Stranu, and then when I type it in, that's Finkel.
Yeah,
You
I think
got that right. All
yeah.
right, cool. Just making sure you got that.
Um, can I get an insight from Eric? Tom, I appreciate what's going on here, though. Eric asked the question. Eric's the one doing it. His character is specifically thinking about whether or not he can determine this, and I know this because Eric asked me the question. You know what I mean? However, that insight is enough, and you can share this freely to let you believe that it's a warning or an alert kind of call. And in fact, as you hear it, I think for the first time you see this. Let me share this with you. You guys might need to. How do I actually share it?
Well, boy, sounds like the dinner bell.
Refresh, maybe?
You got to eat your dinner first, and then you can have your beer. Calm down.
I might need a refresh. Roll20 does get
I'll refresh.
odd sometimes.
I see a dude and a dog. That's it.
You should, in fact, see a dude and a dog. I'm trying to share the handout
Oh shit.
so that you can refresh, maybe.
I see no handouts.
God damn it!
I did have a sick roll. Do we know what I have perceived?
I can't players journals. Okay. So, somebody check your
got
journal. And there should Wilderlings. Yes. When you click on it, can you see the stats or just the picture?
Just the picture.
Just the picture? There's no other tab or anything?
Nope, bio info, just a picture for me.
Okay, cool.
Same.
Good. That's good to know because I can.
Kaz'at Inoteki.
Where do you see that?
Under factions, under Kaz'at Inoteki forces, Wilderling, Slaver, and a Mastiff.
Okay. All of that's accurate. I am going to go ahead and say that any knowledge, yes, and that would constitute metagaming to infer from that kind of thing, right? Okay. You do, in fact, though, see this terrifying-ass tribal person and a rather large dog with slavering jaws. Yep. I would say that despite the fact that they have made this ululating, does anybody know that word? Undulating call? You guys were looking for kind of the right thing. I believe somebody fucking smashed it on perception. Claire did.
Thank you.
So basically what that does is that instead of getting a surprise round, we're all just going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Yes, that's the best part.
This thing that you see, this person, this creature, and by that I mean this masked force thing. No, that's a horrible way of describing it. It's a humanoid. It's a humanoid wearing what is decidedly more tribal gear. It has got leather armor on. It's all kind of patchwork. It has furs. It is wearing a bone mask. And it's holding a net in one hand and a spear in the other. Okay, hold on. Okay, you were all way faster than me on that, so we're going to do this. There's an initiative tracker in here. So
Rooms in the future.
click. I can't remember. We've run into this before, I think. So what I'm going to do is I think just fucking write it down in the old way instead of trying to use this stupid shit.
Yeah, mine has a message that was like, you wanted to send your, to turn tracker, but no token was selected or something.
Okay, so select your token, like actually click your character and then roll initiative. Okay. So Midian, your first was a 13. We'll stick with that. Logi's first was not rolled. So
No, it gave me the same message the second time.
Even with it selected?
Yes.
Hold on. All right, I'm going to open up your character sheet here real fast, Claire. Fucking Viet. There you go. Okay, so your first one was Claire. That you did roll. Okay, yeah, I see now. Okay. So combat can be a little.
If you want to use one roll for Stranu and one for Finkel, that's fine.
Logie rolled a 21 first, too. Not a 20, if that matters.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't see it showing up there. Okay. So Logie's a 21. Who is missing on that? Sister Hargazer's in there. Is that correct?
Finkel, maybe.
Finkel.
Tim was a 16, in fact.
I see it. Yeah, it's at a 16.
Yeah, okay. See if I can get Finkel in there. Initiative. We got Finkel. Okay. So now, we don't necessarily know that this is combat. This thing hasn't made a move towards you that is negative in any way, shape, or form. You just know that it's made some kind of call of alert. It's dressed in what I would consider to be an aggressive manner, and it has a big-ass slavering dog with it. That being said, it hasn't actually made a move towards you. Logie, we're going to start with you. What do you want to do, man? So traditionally in how this kind of stuff works out, and again, we're not necessarily in combat yet, is you typically have, like I would say, 3 parts to your turn. You have an action, which can be an attack or a spell. You have movement, which is movement. You can go up to 30 feet. You can, instead of like an actual attack action, you can basically double move for double your movement speed, so you would be able to move 60 feet whenever you wanted. And then everybody also has like a free action, and this can be all sorts of things. It can be picking something up from the ground. It can be hitting a switch. It can be throwing a torch. That's largely how this kind of thing works. There's no real necessity for you to do anything other than what you want when you're here. You'll get more of an idea of it as things go by, and I'm going to stop talking. What do you think you want to do?
More at the moment is I feel like Logie's not really the first person to like shoot first, ask questions later. Logie's just maybe doing that free action of like getting closer, but not enough to provoke anything just yet. Because again, I don't know if it was an alerting cry or a war cry in itself. So probably getting closer up to sister there.
Back off. She's mine.
But again,
I muttered that under my breath.
Finkel's ready to throw home.
Finkel's got a chance in hell, buddy. I'm telling you.
The dog takes the Mastiff takes a menacing step forward and growls deep, scary, fucking angry pit bull. Not like most pit bulls are, like a big old fucking sweetheart, but like Michael Vick's pit bulls were. You know what I mean? This dog was not brought up nicely. It glances over its shoulder at what you could now presume to be its master, as if waiting for some kind of go. But it stands there and growls menacingly. Sister Heartgazer.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of like twitch up and then run down and then just sprint for 25 meters up to here, I think. And that should be 30. That should be my maximum movement.
I think you're correct on that.
I don't think I'm not able to attack or anything. I don't like around the corner or anything.
No, you could. Yeah, you can also move diagonally. So you were there,
Well, I think that's my maximum movement though, right there.
25. No, I think you've got 40 feet, man. You've got base 30
I
and
got
your
40?
monks. Yeah, your base
Oh,
30
well,
is a
okay,
Warforged,
right.
and then you get an extra 10 for monks. So you have 40s, and that would have been.
Okay, this is what I want to do then.
You're at 25 right there. That's
I'm
30.
gonna run up and I'm gonna grab.
You cut out a little bit. You're gonna run up and what?
I'm gonna grapple that dog. I'm gonna run up on him and grapple him.
You're gonna hit me
Wrestle
straight
him.
with grapple rules right
I'll
off
wrestle
the
a
bat.
dog.
All right, let's go fast. Practical guide to grappling. Never have I had somebody first fucking thing in the campaign try and grapple a goddamn dog.
Welcome to my life, Paul.
I absolutely love this shit. He's like,
I'm not mad.
I mean, honestly, like a Warforged might handle it that way. It's not really thinks rationally. You know what I mean? Like, what's organic about it?
Oh, I'm like sitting here staring at him like, you really just gonna charge that fucking dog?
I mean, he put himself in harm's way for all of us. If she could get his back here.
Your boy. I want to go up. I want to go over
your
here.
turn. Shut up.
Oh no, you're right.
Okay.
I'm not on the turn sheet.
So you need to make a strength athletics check for me.
Oh, wait, Tom made a good point. He's not on the turn sheet.
Not who is it?
Tom.
Tommy?
Yeah,
What's his initial?
Oh, that's not good.
He rolled a 7.
I don't know. He's full up not on there.
He's right behind Fink.
That's super not good.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
He's an eclair sandwich.
Did you roll? I thought you needed a strength and athletics.
That's a different thing. That's to get him on the
Oh. No,
I thought you just meant athletics.
on the tracker.
I thought he was talking to you.
Yeah, no, Tim, you needed to make an athletics check. I said strength athletics because strength is the thing that governs the
I
actual
understand.
athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did that.
Yes, and now I need to make a strength check against it. And why is it doing 2? Okay, it's doing advantage. You actually, I don't. Of course, it would get an 8. So it's an 8 against 8. If your check is higher, they aren't grappled and nothing happens. If their check is higher. If your check is higher, congrats, you've been successfully grappled. I'm going to go rule of cool here and say that you have successfully grappled the dog. You, after deciding that you're going to lead everybody to what you suspect is the bar, then sprint across these docks and basically leap and like puppy. And you have pinned the dog.
I'm just like
to the
down,
ground.
boy.
Oh, okay. Fucking awesome, actually. Yeah. I have nothing to say. I think that's the end of the turn. It will get to make another chance to escape on its turn, but it stays that way until you either kill it or decide to let it go or it escapes. Okay, Midian, it's your turn, man.
I'm going to very lightly whistle a tune like. I'm gonna walk over here, and I would like to go stealth.
You're gonna quietly hide. All right, roll me a stealth. That's a fucking style to stealth. I believe you are successfully hiding.
Now.
Yep.
And
Okie dokie.
I guess I'll just ready an arrow on my bow, but not make it seen to anybody, or I'm just readying that action there.
Okay. Finkel, what's Finkel up to? I'm sorry, Mitch. Did you say you're readying an action?
Yeah, like just getting my bow ready, like I'm ready to fling it.
Just an FYI for everybody here, readying an action is something that you can do on your turn. You can basically, you can move on your turn, and then you say, I'm going to ready an action. And you can tell me what that is, or message someone else what it is. But it's basically, what we're doing here is setting an if-then condition. So it could be something like, if someone opens the door, I'm going to shoot them with my bow. So if any time until your next turn somebody attempts to come through that door, you shoot them with your bow. It does not matter if they are a friendly or an enemy. You are just basically setting yourself up to take a snapshot at whatever happens. You could be specific and say, I'm going to shoot my bow at the next enemy that comes through the door, and that changes it. But we are looking at like Boolean if-then functions here. It could be if the Mastiff escapes Sister Heartgazer, I shoot it with an arrow. Like, that would be fine. Now, if that condition does not occur, i.e. the Mastiff does not escape, you have essentially used your turn and nothing happens. But it's how you can set up plans and mitigation and things like that. It could be if Sister Hazel gets bitten, I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on her. Like that kind of thing. Everybody follow? Okay. Finkel, what's our favorite little Finkel friend doing?
Finkel is going to, after witnessing Sister Robot Heartgazer just straight up run.
Sister Hazel is fine.
Sister Hazel just absolutely run and just like grapple this dog and just like puppy. His stupid ass little brain's just gonna like kind of like wander up as well and just be like puppy as Stranu behind him is just like Fink, no. So he's not going to take full movement, but he is definitely going to try to like investigate what's going on with this dog.
So Finkel as a dwarf has 25 feet of movement base. So the farthest you can get is about there. With just your movement, you could action move as well and go another 25 feet if you wanted.
No, I thought he's going to get about maybe like halfway there, and Stranu's going to realize what's going on and kind of like snap him back into not continuing, but he's definitely not going to retreat.
Did you want to roll anything? Perception or investigation?
He does have animal handling.
I would say you need to be up on it for that.
Okay. No, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind for next turn.
But you could he has a grappled, roll up on it and use animal handling. And when we're clear, like basically how this works is everything that you run across NPCs are neutral, like friendly or unfriendly, but there's different scales of that, like +2, -2, right? So
okay.
If this dog was a straight up enemy, it would be at a -2. A successful animal handling would bring it to a -1. So it would still want to go after you, but it would probably like fucking run away as opposed to fighting to the death. 0, it's a dog, and obviously the +1s, +2s it's more friendly and less likely to hurt you. So we're looking at like a scale here, not like and that's with a nat 20 on stuff like that. I'd say maybe you can get like 2 scales worth of movement, but like it's not going to become your fucking loyal pup after a single D20.
No, but like, can I get close enough? Like, what's the mood of the dog right now that it's in the grapple? Is it extra pissed off, or is it?
It is decidedly uncomfortable and absolutely fighting. The only reason it's not biting is because it's not its turn.
Okay. Yeah,
it's an angry dog.
It's an angry dog. I think I'm gonna let it lie. Getting halfway there, and Strany's like, absolutely not.
What? Okay. Is Finkel done?
I think that's his whole turn. He's just gonna like puppy, and then he just gets reminded like, this isn't. We don't know what's going on. What the fuck are you doing?
Fair enough. Kikatrix.
All right. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna try to hide right here, right in this. Let's see where this little corner is right here. I'm trying to tuck myself right there. I'm gonna pull my bow up. I'm gonna pull that bitch hard, and I'm gonna shoot that dog square in the collarbone.
Hiding for you is an action. Firing a bow is an action. One or the other.
So I can hide and then shoot it. Okay, so I'll just hide.
Okay, roll stealth. Sure. You think you're hidden? Stranu, it is your turn.
You think you're hidden? Yes. They'll never see me.
Yeah. We need to RP more of this shit, dude. Like, I see him, like, pull a bush that doesn't belong anywhere in that
Yep,
area and like
yep.
set it on his head, and he's like, "Shh."
You'll never see me now.
I'd say the dog has no idea you're there. At least
At least the dog, yeah, he's preoccupied.
he's preoccupied with me.
Yep. Strainu, up to anything, Claire?
Yeah, he's gonna move up towards Stranu just to kind of, or Stranu, and like Finkel just to kind of like put himself a little bit between his beloved idiot and this like super pissed off dog. He is going to try to engage with the person, like with the master of this animal, and I don't know if it would be a, I don't know, some kind of check, at least attempt, like we come in peace, we mean no harm.
That would be a diplomacy check. So you can either roll it and then like basically role play how good or how badly it goes, or you can do it and then roll at the end. It's totally up to you how you want to go about this. But like I want to know what you're. Go ahead and roll.
I don't
Go
see
ahead and.
diplomacy. What is that?
Is that not a fucking skill anymore?
Yeah, that's not on.
God damn, this game is changed.
I was thinking, kind of what I was, more like a persuasion.
Persuasion.
Like we come in peace. Yeah, please. Please
the
don't fuck us
diplomacy
up.
is a 3.5 thing. That's on me.
So
Persuasion would
check
work.
that we
Yeah.
come in peace.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like raised hands, like
Yep.
docile, like open body language.
Yep.
You'll never see me.
Shut up.
That's solid. What are you saying?
Sorry, having to tab back and forth between for push to talk is confusing. What do I say? Largely, I think I'm just going to repeat. Like I'm sticking with like we mean no harm. I'm sorry about your dog.
Fair enough. The tribally dressed master had been raising the net that it had in one hand, and all appearances looking like it was preparing to throw it on Sister Hazel. But as Strainu raises his hands and speaks in such strong, clear tones, even though it's clear that this humanoid doesn't understand the words, the arm holding the net kind of lowers, and it takes a step back and lets out two sharp whistles, and the dog seems to calm. Real fast, we're hitting the top of the round here. Give me just a second.
Sure. Well, you're doing a little computer thing. Is there a fast like little keyboard shortcut to like turn off push to talk when it's my turn in game time, so I don't have to toggle back and forth? Does anyone know, or do I just have to go to settings every time?
So like for me, like it's my 0 button. Like if I have it tied to my numlock 0, so I can just mute myself like that and then understand a word I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll just do that when we're in active combat. I'll just keep myself muted until it's my turn, and then
I mean,
unmute.
or if we're all adults and just learn not to speak over each other here, we should.
And that's really
true. Well, I'm
that's
just
really the
nervous
point
that
here
like
more than
Tim will
anything.
be picked up in the background and that kind of thing because we are in the same room.
Well,
so.
if Tim's not.
Oh no, it's actually been fine so far.
Yeah, I haven't heard a single thing.
I don't think we've had an issue at all.
Or we're both on push to talk and have each other muted in our headphones.
Fair enough. That's to what Danny and I used to do when we were gaming in the same room. Logie, it is back to you, my friend. You have seen the Warforged run forward and tackle this dog. You have seen everyone else do the various actions. You've seen the apparent success of Strainu as he called out to a creature that you honestly can't, or humanoid rather, that you really can't see so well at the moment. You know that something's going on. Like, you've definitely seen this unfold. What do you want to do?
After seeing this unfold, Loki kind of just drops into reality, leaving his dissociated state, and moves about 10 feet forward and is about to go after the Mastiff.
You old Mastiff. How are you going after the Mastiff?
I believe I will go with ray of frost.
My God.
Just fucking
Get at it, man.
All right.
Click the spell to drop it into the chat, or if it's, I think it's actually an attack.
Boom.
Okay.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so 16 to hit will in fact hit. I'm sorry, ignore that, what I just did, and
Okay.
roll your damage there. On your spell sheet, you just hit the purple ray of frost where it's in like the chat box. Click on that, and it should drop some damage.
Like the cogwheel.
No, in the chat bubble, or in the
Oh.
chat function there side. Though if you are in your character sheet, will you hit the chat bubble actually for me so I can? I think there's a dexterity check involved with this.
Is it a saving throw? Strength.
No. You just hit the roll damage for that ray of frost, and how you'll do that is on the chat screen, right? Where we rolled, like, see the initiative and everything.
Yeah.
It dropped your like spell bubble in there, right? And there's a 16, and then 60 feet, and then ray of frost, and that ray of frost is in purple.
Okay.
Click on the purple ray of frost. So it does 5 damage. I want to say that ray of frost has some kind of dexterity saving throw attached to it. In this case, it won't matter because it's pretty fucked because it's grappled. But I want to double check anyway because I'm sure it's not the last time we'll see this spell. Nope. Okay. Yep. That just that just kills the dog. The dog that Sister Hazel is grappling is literally frozen in her arms, becoming stiff as a board as Sister Hazel literally watches the life fade from its eyes. Logie, congratulations, you have killed a dog.
So I have a big frozen hunk of dog in my hands right now.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
I'll
it's
keep
your
note
turn,
of
you
that.
can let that
That
go,
is
yeah.
that is correct, sir.
Or throw it at something if you want.
Yep. Somebody keeping a log
I am
anywhere or start
100%
one.
keeping a log.
25 experience for the dog.
So Logie or all of us.
Just
the
write
dog?
it. You just write it down. We'll determine it later. Yep, the dog is worth 25 experience.
I see.
Okay, and now the dog is actually dead, so we can go ahead and skip his turn. He did. Oh, there's a way to... Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Is it? I don't know. Oh.
Tommy physically picked up experience and put it in his inventory just now. I don't know if anybody else caught that.
I just wrote it in there,
No, yeah, keep notes wherever you want. Yeah,
and then
just a funny
that's
place
just
to put
like
it.
because I'm looking at that page all the time. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the night before I fucking get off, I can put that in the proper spot.
Okay.
Well, there won't be
This is gonna
skinning any of
let us,
that.
And I calmed it down, and you just went and killed your dog.
I like this guy. Next time, leave the skin on it, though.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work there.
Yeah,
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
great.
As that happens, the door of the inn kicks open, and out walks another one of these tribally dressed individuals. It looks and sees the dead dog there and all of you standing there, and eyes light up in rage, and it looks over at Sister Hazel, who is standing over the body of the dog. So I feel like it's a fair assumption that she's the one who does it. And in his hands is a spear, which he then throws at you. 17, I don't think breaks your AC. The spear fucking passes over your shoulder and clatters against the stairs, like here. Sister Hazel, it is your turn.
In response, I'm going to throw the hunk of frozen dead dog at that the person that threw that at me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't think I
love
have
this.
improvised weapon in there. So
But it's a
make
big one.
a.
Like throwing a
We're gonna
boulder.
do this.
Or no.
So we're gonna use an improvised weapon here, which is 1d4 plus
1 cold damage.
either your strength or your dexterity bonus to it. I would rule that you are in fact, as like your kind of drunken master coloration, you're proficient in using weird things like this. I think we're going to call this a ranged weapon attack. So it'll be a d20 plus your dexterity bonus, which is I think a 3. So we'll do R /R space 1d20 plus 3. And I'm just going to have to build a random. You actually have a +4 on that. So 9 is a 13, 12 is a 13 in actuality, and his AC is 12. You have managed to hit this man with a frozen dog. Roll 1d4 plus 4.
Did you throw it at the guy coming out of the tavern or the master?
Yep.
Its master?
Yep.
Okay, so you beat another man with another man.
I had assumed the guy who threw the spear at you, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the man who threw the spear. Yeah, exactly.
That's
I was
what I thought.
focused
Okay.
on that. Yeah.
So you definitely hit him with the frozen dog. 1d4 plus 4 damage. Damn.
What the fuck is that?
He just said first weapon used.
Sick.
Nice, buddy. Nice. First weapon you
Part
used
of the
was a
icicle hit
goddamn
him in the
dog.
fucking face.
Dude.
I watched it
He
roll
staggers
down.
back into the door, and behind him, not yet to come out, you can see at least one more tribal and one more dog. He's decidedly not looking happy. The parts of this dog have shattered as they struck him and have like left weird ice burns and abrasions on him. He staggers back against the door. Do you want to move at all, Tim?
I suppose I'll run towards and like just get up into him.
Just take a solid like 5-step forward at him, just like, what, bitch? Okay.
Or not like
Solid.
it's not like what bitch to me, but it's it could be. You could take it as that if you wanted to. I suppose. I'm just following a certain like path that I got to take.
Fair enough. This is the next step. Literally in this case. Midian. As far as you know, you are hidden.
Yeah. So if I do attack, I can use my bonus action to stealth again, right?
I want to say that is something you get the ability to do at a later
Okay, so that would be.
turn. I think that's cunning action is what you need to do that.
Well, cunning action
Which-
just allows me to take a bonus action, and one of my turns of combat, this action can be used to dash, disengage, or hide. So, bonus action is
Right. Not a free action thing, and not a bonus action activity that anyone can take unless they have a feat or a
Okay,
feature
gotcha.
like that.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So then, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 45. Okay, so it's well within my fucking trajectory here. I'm gonna get involved now, I guess, and just rip an arrow.
Oh, look
off
who
at,
destroyed it to play.
And just what?
I'm gonna rip an arrow off at dude man down here, bottom guy, over the frozen dog area.
Let her rip.
I just gotta remember.
You can roll this with sneak attack if you'd like.
Yes, that is why I was stealthy, and then short bow. Just click that. So
That definitely hits. God damn, does that hit?
do I have to roll damage?
Click on the purple short bow button.
That's right.
Okay. The arrow flies through like like I like to think that as Sister Hazel steps forward, like your arrow flies like past her, like you knew she was going to do that, and flies through and catches this other humanoid solidly, like lower, like belly kind of thing, like in the side, not an outright death, but like damn near a mortal wound. They are not looking good either. The door right here bursts open. Revealed behind it is yet another one of these tribals and yet another poopy. Yet another poopy. This puppy is moving out and straight at Finkel. So this will be an attack against old Finky Fink. I don't think that hits. That's the dog's turn. From inside the inn, not the two of the tribals you've seen before, but a new one, bursts its way out, or tries to, anyway. It gets, I think it can. It can get out. It can move past his buddy to right there. You guys can see him, right? Mm-hmm. And he is going to swing a spear or stab forward with a spear at old Sister Hazel. I don't believe the 6 hits.
It's that dump truck. It's so distracting.
Yo, dude, you got a CDL, or are you just allowed to park that anywhere?
And another dog runs out, leaps off, and to the side of Sister Hazel as well. Biting at her. I don't think a 13 does it either. Fucking Sister Hazel does not give a fuck. And it is Finkel's turn.
I'm just judging.
She's just twerking.
Dude, they're just horrible attack rolls too. Like, Finkel. Kidling.
I'm so disappointed in every single one of you right now.
Make it evident to them in character after this.
Finkel wants to make an attempt to get the dog on their side.
The dog that just bit at him?
Yes. He wants the dog to be his friend.
Animal handling.
He does not want to hurt a dog. He wants a dog on his side.
I respect role playing like that. Animal handling and take 25 experience.
Thank you.
It doesn't seem to do much, but it's a great idea, and it's totally how you should play a character. The dog is still like front legs pushed forward, like real low down. It's not fucking happy at all. If you move away from the dog in any form right now, you will take an attack of opportunity, which is a free attack that it gets to make when you leave areas that it threatens, which would be the 5 feet surrounding it. Would you like to move, Finkel?
1, 2, 3. Hold on, I got him. It's an attack of opportunity only on the dog, or just in general?
The dog gets an attack against you.
Okay.
If you move away from it.
No, I think his dumbass is just trying to get the dog to be his friend. He does not want to hurt the puppy.
Fair enough. Okay. Kickatrix.
My first chance to get the fresh fur. I'm gonna fucking fire. I'm gonna pull my bow back hard and long, and I'm gonna fire an arrow at that dog right in front, right to the right of that big, thick ass booty.
Go ahead and roll your deck.
It's gonna be hard to miss that. So careful.
Hopefully,
don't hit my booty.
Hopefully, it doesn't bounce back.
Go ahead and roll your deck now. The arrow sinks into the hindquarters of the dog. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That would be...
Just click longbow. Click the purple longbow.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
It's on the roll.
Your arrow strikes and spins the dog around, and it sinks down to the cobblestones and does not stand back up.
I'll be back for you, boy.
So creepy.
Unless Logie freezes it. It's going to be hard to skin one of those dogs.
That's what I was saying earlier, man. I was like, fuck.
I know.
That is an additional 25 party experience for the dog.
I killed it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
God damn it. Why can I not? It's so fucking titchy. Okay. Stray New, what are you up to?
Oh God.
Well, I think my attempts at
Can
diplomacy
I?
didn't work. So I'll smash
Oh
this
no,
dog in the head.
y'all are lucky I'm muted. Dude, I don't know what to do.
You can delay
I was gonna say, honestly, I would like to remove myself from this narrative.
because of the dog death.
Yeah, no, that's one of those. I was looking at Tim and I was like, I can't attack my own party, can I?
Wait, but isn't Finkel the only one? Is Stranu, is he a fucking dog lover too? Because I would consider a hardened military dwarf.
Don't give a
killing
fuck
any
about
dog.
dogs.
Finkel, it makes sense from at this point. It's been made clear
That's
that
true.
this is a hostile force to Stranu, who can think. Finkel doing like
That's
trying
true.
to do the animal handling,
Finkel.
that makes all the sense in the world, man. But Stranu is very much intentionally not that way. He was, as Mitch pointed out,
Yeah, he's
a hardened
surviving.
general.
Yeah,
at one
he's-
point.
We're
Like,
out here, like, we
Yeah.
took a boat here. We're
Yeah,
surviving.
you're right. You've convinced me. He's
I'm
got his
just trying to
warhammer.
keep it
Since we're
steady
right here, I'm gonna protect my boy and swing that warhammer at the fucking
right,
dog.
he's attacking your fucking innocent, retarded friend
Yeah.
who just wants to make friends with the puppy.
He just wants to love the
To
puppy.
be
and
fair,
the
I
puppy
was-
says,
Love
"Fuck
the
you."
puppy.
I was playing wrestling with that puppy. Like, I was.
So the one
No,
just
that
like
was a
right
different
next to
puppy.
him.
There.
That was a different puppy. So the one right next to him, at the diagonal, I'm gonna
Yep.
warhammer. Oh God, I can't believe I'm attacking a dog.
It makes
Yes.
you, well, you do hit
More
the dog.
fur.
The dog attacks you. You
You do
gotta,
hit
you
the
gotta do
dog.
something.
Go
about
ahead
it,
and
you know?
yep.
The dog.
It's also a
Roll the old
flamethrower.
damage there, kid.
What do I roll for? Oh, do I just click? Wait,
Yep.
what?
Warhammer.
The purple warhammer where it's like highlighted warhammer one-handed in the chat,
Oh,
like where you'd see what you rolled.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What the
God
fuck?
I
damn.
just
28
I
plus
just smashed
4?
this dog's head.
There
didn't
might
How
I?
is
not
it
be
12 plus 8?
There might not be any fur left.
Did
I
it
think
take
it just exploded its head.
did it take the 26 or something and crit it?
Maybe it did. Hold on.
Why is she rolling 2? Why is she rolling?
Because I need to change her.
I don't know why either. I've
Yeah,
just been
it's-
going with the one on the left, right?
Never roll advantage. Yeah. Okay. So you shouldn't do that anymore. Okay, I'm not sure about that damage on you either, though. That's fucking weird. Hold on. That's your Warhammer one-handed that you rolled there?
Yeah, it's 1d8 plus 4 bludgeoning.
Right.
So I think 12 is the max it could be.
Yeah, I don't understand the...
Do you want me to just type it out?
Yeah.
Is it just one R?
It might have
slash
taken
1d8
the...
four?
Yes. R/8, 1d8 plus 4. Okay, so 6 damage. I won't describe this in detail because I know this is fair. The dog dies.
Cool.
And Finkel looks sad, but like another 30 seconds go by and he's paying attention to something
He
else.
gets it. Yeah, he's distracted by whatever happens.
He is
next.
indeed. That being said, its master steps out of the building right behind and looks on in rage and is holding a net in one hand, which it now throws at you, Stranu.
Quick sidebar: is that another 25 XP for that dog?
It is indeed. There's an 18 hit your AC of Stranu's.
Give me a second. Hold on. I got a couple different windows up because I was making notes. My AC is 18.
Okay. The net does hit you. On your next turn, you can make a DC 10 strength check to try and free yourself. Anyone else can make that. Finkel can make that. Finkel could attack the net. It has AC 10. A DC 10 strength check from anyone is required to remove you from that net. That is his turn. And the other one, the initial slaver, who's
Forced
been,
me to kill a dog, and I got.
and then he caught you in a net. 10 is going to move up
war
10
cramming
feet.
already.
And also throw a net at Sister Hazel. A 5 does not hit Sister Hazel.
Bitches out here playing the Matrix, dude. Like,
That's as fuck. Yo.
yeah, dude. Everyone's just like
Rubbernecking.
The lady from the Matrix. That should have been her name.
Yeah, Trinity.
Yeah, Lady Trinity.
Okay, that's the bottom of that round. I have to piss really badly. I'm going to go and do that right quick. I have a distinct impression we're going long. Does anybody have anywhere to be? Do we need to be done in 11?
I'm ready. Let's
Okay, because I think we can fairly go until 12, and that would be really good.
I say, yeah, I'm cool to like finish the interaction, whatever. We got like cleaning and shit to do tomorrow, so.
I did all that shit today. I still have
Does that mean I can go smoke a cigarette now?
Yes, do that. I'm going to piss. We're at the top of the round. 3 to 5 minutes
75
stops.
XP.
It's 10:50 right now. All right.
Yo, fuck that dog's clavicle up, yo.
You know, we could have attempted to get some information on what the fuck was going on, and
I'm
instead
sure
we're like,
we
I'm
have-
gonna freeze the dog to death.
Yes, I'm sure we have enough persuasion, and we can look around and find some information. Maybe if we could get one of them, and you let me pull my chain out, and we could wrap one around one and bind them down, and he could tell us. But from what happened earlier, I don't think they really speak like a native tongue that none of us understand. So that's just going to be pointless. Trying to have a
And
conversation.
that's why we should just kill them all.
Yeah, that's why we just whack them, and then it's kind of like
At the very least, we have a whole bunch of dead dog meat.
I just
Right.
love Finkel being like, "Wait,
Well,
puppy, be my friend," and the puppy like growls at
Well,
him,
and then
Ronnie's
you
just
froze
like,
the
"God
dog."
damn it, boom!"
The dog is
Just
the dog is
warhammers the fuck
froze.
out of a dog.
Yeah, you did. You
This
fucked
is our
that dog
first
up.
interaction in this new campaign, so we are off to a great start, gang.
Don't worry, soon it'll be a fake animal.
Great. Can I at least have a pelt?
I want
Like
you
a-
guys to help me
like a
fight a
cape?
bear bug later in life, but
Oh God,
we'll get there.
I almost lit this fucking cigarette standing here talking on the phone. I just spaced out. Yeah, I just started up on this little cigarette standing in the middle of my fucking apartment.
One time I was smoking a cigarette. I was smoking a weed cigarette. You know how they fill the tubes with weed, and I was sitting here playing a video game, and I knew it was weed when I lit it, but I got about halfway through it, and I was like, "Why are you smoking a cigarette?" So I fucking smushing it on my table. I'm like, "Wow, you're a piece of shit." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's weed." Jesus Christ.
Good work.
Yeah, stoner.
Eric, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm still like nervous, but I'm trying to make the best of it for first time.
So
I mean, you're doing great, dude.
I would like to say this right off the rip here.
Congratulations on your immediate war crime.
Yeah,
That was-
I love the fact that you did that for the RP value of it, because like you just kind of like did what you would do.
Yeah.
But fuck diplomacy, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you what alignment are you? Are you chaotic evil or?
I should have asked Paul that because I'm gonna say
We know what you are, buddy.
neutral, but also along with my backstory, which unfolds throughout this campaign, I do have someone evil with me.
You may be chaotic evil, my dude.
Yeah, because you handled that.
But my dude, like my guys, just
I mean, you could just be nervous, man. You could just be like,
We're
like,
sitting here, I'm like muted and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. Paul's like explaining that like everything's like kind of calmed down. They've lowered the net and everything. And then you're like, I'm gonna freeze the dog. And like, it's you
Like,
on mute. And I
dying
immediately was
inside.
like,
I was like, oh my God, dude. Like,
As soon as I heard that, I was like, yes, I have one of me. Yes.
oh my
I was gonna
immediately
let go of
worked.
the dog. I was thinking about doing that next turn.
That was the only thing I could think of.
thinking
It was
about
just like,
shooting
I'm
at
gonna
loads in your
behead
arms.
this goblin queen and just carry its head around. Good God.
that shit is so fucking funny to me, dude. He's like, oh, I noticed everybody's chill. Let me throw a fucking ice ball at this fucking dog, dude.
How many spell slots do you have, though? That is something to keep in mind. Are you a sorcerer or?
Warlock.
warlock.
That shit's a cantrip.
Oh, it's just a cantrip? Okay, because I was just like, new player, we don't know when the next long rest will be, which is when you recharge your spell slots, but if it's a cantrip, never mind.
Warlocks are, short rest, actually.
Oh, short rest?
Only
spell
warlocks. Yep.
Oh.
I think that was a background cantrip, too. Like, Mitch got one as well, I'm pretty sure. Like, some people who don't traditionally have magic have a couple, and he just has more. But it does have a slow component, like slows down the creature, which at a guess is probably what he intended to use.
Yeah, I didn't actually think, because that's why I was outwardly like laughing, is because it was, just.
You are allowed to ask questions. Just
Now, to be,
you're like, I just want to
I
just want to slow it down. Like,
I think it's delicious. Like, Loki is new to his magic. Like, it's a little more powerful than he thought, maybe.
As far as like RP goes too, like had you known that and intended to slow it but accidentally killed it, would have been cool to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my fucking god, and then like puke. Oh god, I can't believe I did that. Like. It's like an Adam Sandler movie.
I looked at Tim at one point, as like right after you killed like the second one. I looked at Tim and I was like, I am legitimately nauseous right now.
I love how too that we've only killed a bunch of dogs right now. There's dead dogs everywhere.
There are 3 dead dogs. Yes.
Tim did make the comment that at least we've got dog meat now. So.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's not an uncommon way to start
You
a
never
story.
know.
I'm gonna find the hardest piece of their hide.
Together, you know?
A lot of stories start out with dog deaths.
Good God.
Yeah. And then beating up other people with frozen dogs.
Look, I threw it as a response. I threw it as a response to violence. I was defending myself with a frozen dead dog.
Like, I'm going to throw the frozen dog, and I just immediately went, Timothy!
The dog was dead.
Yeah, it's already dead. Good job, Tim. Me and Tim are going to be friends. Watch.
Look,
as a character and a person.
Oh, guys.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
I just say we can mute if we're ready for top of the round.
Let's do it.
Yep, sorry, I was knocking out a couple of things here, making sure we got those off the tracker just to clear it out. Yeah, we do indeed. I think everybody's in line here. Okay, so Logie, it is your turn. You have just frozen a dog to death, watched it be thrown at a man in some kind of weird bone armor. You've just seen Stranu get caught in a net after crushing the skull of a dog. That will not go into detail on that. Another man stepped out of the house and then threw a net on Stranu. To look up from a book and then to see all of this in like the first 30 seconds of basically having your boots on the ground in this new place, it's got to be a little surprising. What's Logie up to?
With everything unfolding, and in the back of his head, he hears demonic giggling that, his first time doing anything with magic, really, he froze a dead dog. But seeing as that wasn't necessarily his point, he gets close to Stranu and tries to undo the net.
Make a strength check for me. And to make a strength check, you're on the left side of the character sheet where your main attributes are. Just click the word strength.
Okay.
And as you fumble with this net trying to free Stranu, that same voice that was laughing in the back of your head starts whispering, "Now, what are you doing, boy? No, kill. Don't free the dwarf." And that is your turn, sir. They go quick, so I'll try to be quick about these ones, too. The slaver that got whacked with the frozen dog and fell back into the door now stands back up and pulls a club out and swings it at old Mama Thickness.
Oh, Mama Thickness, no!
Somehow missing the dog.
Fucking ass.
Sister Hazel, it is your turn.
Yeah, I dodged that easily. and I just sort of walk up, right in his face, and I'm just sort of, we mean you no harm. We come in peace.
Now we're trying diplomacy. What the?
I'm sorry about your dogs, but I sort of make an announcement to everybody. Lay your arms down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Roll persuasion.
Sorry, I didn't have it up.
That's fine.
That's
Your
about-
words perhaps fall on deaf ears. Would you
No,
like
no.
to move?
No, I'm not going to move. I'm just doing that.
Fair enough. Slayer. Here. Okie dokie. Midian, it is your turn. You, to your own knowledge, are still hidden.
Wait, I'm still hidden to my.
Oh, no,
knowledge?
you're
I
not.
didn't read-
No,
I thought you
no,
were
you're
talking- I
not
thought-
hidden.
okay.
You are no longer hidden. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, so I am going to rip another arrow off right at this boy down here who I've already hit. Try to finish his tits off, I guess. And I am no longer sneak attacking. Just trying to do all this right here. So just rip a short bow.
Definitely hits.
And
Mac.
6.
Kills. Your arrow lands a little higher, a little more left this time, right in the center of their chest, and they fall to the ground in a gurgling mess.
Do the noise.
It's definitely a lunger, you know what I mean? Let's see where this motherfucker is. Which one are you?
Up top.
Yeah, no, not you. I have to like trash can them from the initiative order, even if I X mark them. Otherwise, they like continue to clutter up the tracker.
Gotcha.
Do you want to move at all, Mitch?
No, I like my defensive little wall of 5 people in front of me here. And I think I have partial cover being behind a barrel, so this is a safe place.
Fair
for
enough.
me. But yeah, no. But I'm good. I'm parked. I am also keeping track of my arrows, just so you know.
Thank you. So there's a kind of an idea behind this, as far as for time passing, by and large, it is, I will assume that any combat encounter like this, each turn is 6 seconds, right? So a round is a minute or some shit like that. I'm gonna count a battle as 10 minutes, and that includes doing your looting and collecting your arrows and shit like that. You can collect 50% of what you expend. So if you fire 4 arrows, you get 2 back.
Okay, fair enough. And then does he drop any XP off of him?
Oh, yes, he does. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for, baby.
25. Okay, that's your turn. You're all squared away. Mama Thickness, they're the second humanoid standing in the doorway fighting you is going to swing his spear at you again. Maybe one of these motherfuckers will hit the sentry. Probably not, though. Definitely not.
No.
Okay, Finkel. Finkel, your master is caught in a net.
I'm gonna say Finkel wants to get him out.
Strength
Or
check.
just quick strength.
Yep. Finkel gets him out.
Yay!
You can move if you would like to. You have 25 feet of movement.
And all the slavers are over near Sister Hazel. Oh no, there is this other one on the door, right? Yeah, that's through the. And I do not. Wait, hold on. Just
Who killed that dog by the door, and what did they kill it with? Was that Tommy, right? Slid it down.
No, I killed it with. I killed the one next to.
Tommy
Fitness.
killed this one.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, by the door.
This was the one that was
Oh,
thrown.
bonus
I got
action.
it.
This is the one that was hammered. Yeah.
No, I was curious if I moved, if I got a bonus action, but it's just a bonus action for hit points.
What would you want to use it for?
To move and attack is for actually. Can
Oh
I?
no! Your action
No.
would have been freeing him from the shield or from the dead.
Yeah.
So movement for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna move. One.
Is Finkel keeping the net?
Yeah,
Okay. Make a
and
note
then
somewhere.
he's really just gonna kind of like hop over the dog to kind of like flank Stranu, but he's
Yeah.
still within like hitting distance of the person that attacked him.
Okay.
That attacked Stranu. Is there another dog? That's what's showing up next on my turn order.
Maybe.
I don't like that about that.
Okie dokie, kick a tricks. Let me also give you guys some ideas. So there were a couple of more enemies here. You are in a rather large district, and it appears as if you might have walked into some kind of ambush. As Mitch pointed out, you guys came in a ship, and who doesn't see a ship? Well, who doesn't indeed? This is not a friendly place, as you have quickly discovered. There are more of these dogs and these tribal folks with ill intent who are popping out of the places around you. I'm going to extend your sight range here because you guys have moved up a bit. And let me do it a little bit more because Sister Hazel's there. So Kikatrix, I don't think you would see much of this, like the new stuff, the new dog down south here. You don't have vision on that, or the other slaver there. You would just see basically what's going on in this area. But it is your turn, Tommy. Go ahead.
I would like to move over here behind him. I'd like to take my ball bearings and throw them bitches right here. Right at the base of these stairs, so that way they go down the hill and kind of this way. Well, not really that way, but like this way.
Okay, I see what you mean. If you just if you have the pointer selected on the left, you can just hold down on a spot on the map and it'll do the ping. So you want to throw your ball bearings here and hopefully cover this area.
I want to throw my ball bearings like in front of this dude at the stairs.
He's gonna go from here and then roll them this way.
And then they're gonna roll because they have a 10-foot radius, right? So they would roll this way.
Like that?
I don't see anything. Let me refresh.
Towards the dead things?
I know, I'm going to move the dead things here. You see the rectangle above the dead things? Right here?
Yes.
Like that's where you want them?
No, I want them like right in front of the dude that's coming out the stairs. Yes. Yes.
Right there. Okay, so that's DC 10 now.
DC 10.
Yeah, so how ball bearings work is that they make something difficult terrain, so it requires double movement to get through, and you have to make a DC 10 basically dexterity check when you're moving over them to not fall prone.
Yeah. I'm not going over there, so.
Okay. That is your turn.
Okay.
Stranu. And let you, Tommy, you can move a bit more if you want to.
Yeah.
You have 20 feet left. Go ahead and do that. Stranu, go ahead.
Can I attack the dude coming out of the door from where I am, or no?
You could step on, like, basically where the mastiff is and avoid.
So I'm going to straddle the dead dog.
Yeah.
Straddle him.
Yeah. I can move it if it makes you feel more comfortable.
Take him away, bro. Eat him.
She's like,
we're just going to
swing that hammer.
Swing that hammer, baby.
That hammer definitely fucking hits.
Click the purple thing?
Yep.
we out here eating.
You perhaps fueled by rage at the requirement of having to kill the dog, step forward and absolutely brutalize the man or woman who has made that dog into what it was. It crumples to the ground. That's a beastly ass fucking hit. Well done.
Thank you. It's very much dead, correct?
Yeah. No, I mean it has 11 health, so 11 damage fucking does it. He like
Oh,
you basically put your hammer like right between his eyes.
I won't lie. As I was reading it, my brain read Wilderling Silver, and I just realized that it said slaver.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you
I know
wouldn't
you're right.
really
Like, thank you
necessarily
for, yeah.
know who or what they are,
Yeah,
but
but thank
they
you
are
for phrasing
using.
it like whoever did this to this animal, like these people.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of how
Yeah,
badass.
no, and I'm fucking mad now.
Yeah, that's fair. And again, they are using nets and clubs and spears and very much trying to capture you. In fact, they successfully just caught you in a
They
net.
did.
These are not your friends.
Thank you, Hank.
Okay.
Boy, Blue.
That guy is now dead. That's another 25. Mitch, you might have just noted that.
I did.
Okay.
I did too.
He did. Why is that not going away? I'm going to refresh real fast. Oh no, it took my fucking sheets. Fuck. Easy, easy,
We have
easy.
75 cents or $1 right now.
Okay.
I got a spicy
Also
chicken
dead.
sandwich on the way.
Logie, it is your turn.
Okay. After not being able to help Stray New, and as the voice is still telling me that I have this potential, why stop? I also
Kill. Use the skills
also
I've given you.
overcome that and saying that we're just in a bad situation. Granted, I did shoot first before even doing so,
Anyone,
but
yes. Yeah.
I want you to know that they are never going to let you forget that.
Oh,
yeah.
We've already
Okay.
read it.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to D&D, my friend.
Yeah. I will cast Eldritch Blast to the guy in front of Sister Hazel.
Okay. Roll it up, brother. Does not hit. I think that might be our first PC miss so far. And that's wild to me because you have a crazy +5 to hit on that. Oh, yeah, he would because he's got a +5
That's
charisma, which
+7.
is his.
So welcome to the world of rolling a 2.
Yeah, that shit'll get you.
Yeah.
Okay, we still got those. I refreshed and it
Can I
fucking.
can I do the voice inside of his head now?
Actually, I'm totally cool with that.
Pathetic.
Mitch would be great for that kind of thing. Actually, if you let him know what's going on, Eric. This is right down up his alley.
You could say that, yeah, right up my Hershey Highway, buddy.
Yeah, he
I
loves
actually
it.
also, yeah, that's a great fucking idea.
It's a very
Get
Mitch
Mitch
thing
in
to
on
do.
it. Yeah.
To do the your warlock patron. Especially as he's like the god of amnesia, or like the demon prince of amnesia and shit like that. He loves collecting like warriors and people of renown.
Well, I would.
Yeah,
I would.
Mitch would be great for
my
this.
character wouldn't know this yet, but Mitch would. Right?
No.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
demon
Yeah, Claire is now
amnesia
nervous.
and collecting
You should be.
what?
Collecting people of renown,
Okay. Collecting
like famous warriors and wizards and shit like that.
collecting
And basically freezing them in ice and basically putting them in a showroom, like a museum.
Okay, got it. All right.
It's pretty dope, actually. He never leaves. He never leaves his like glacier fortress because he can't. He's in prison there. But that's why he has people like Logie go out and do his business. Okay, you can still move, Eric, if you'd like.
I'm sorry.
Eric wins the backstory game, by the way, like far and away. You can move as well if you would like, sir, even though the Eldritch Blast missed.
Yeah, let me just move my tab, see where I'm at. Yeah, I'll move forward.
You can pop out your character sheet, by the way. So it basically like enters into like a website page of its own, and it's smaller, so you can kind of move it around. I think it's at the top left of your sheet. I'm not sure. One of the others might be able to tell you. I don't deal with the character sheets often.
Do you use
just drag it over.
Mac or PC?
Chromebook at the moment.
Just click your
Oh,
character sheet, it'll pop it out, and then you can like shrink it in the bottom left corner.
See.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. We're back to Mama Thickness and her ongoing doorway brawl here. The frustrated one who got hit with the dog is still going strong and still has a club, which he's going to swing. He's getting frustrated now. He's fucking angry, and that increases even more so as you casually like brush it away, like you're trying to swat a fly, like you're talking to him and trying to get him to stop doing this shit, and he keeps like swinging at you, and you're almost more like annoyed, like stop, fucking trying to talk to you.
All right.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking diplomacy is over, and he keeps swinging, so I'm going to swing back. I'm going to do spear attack plus, like, martial arts attack, you know.
I had enough of your bullshit. Go ahead and roll your attack, man.
Yeah, what am I rolling? I mean, I have to
You
hit.
should just hit the whichever basically attack button you want to use. Just click the name of it, and it'll hyperlink it.
I will try that.
Arm spear for one hand would do it.
Yeah.
Yep, you just click the name of it. Yep, you definitely hit it. So you're two-handing that motherfucker, so it does more damage. So go ahead and click the purple label there in the chat window. 5 piercing is enough to kill this slaver here as well. He crumples into the doorway, just completely demoralized before you killed him. At the end of the day, like you hit this dude with a fucking frozen dog, and then proceeded to walk up to him, like casually block his stuff, like yell at him.
Tried to talk him down, you know, but
and then stab him with a spear. This guy, you broke this man before his death. 25 experience.
Do I get a martial arts attack to the guy right next to him there?
Oh, dude, you totally fucking do. I forgot that's a thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to remind me. I'm not used to working with that.
That's what I was. Yeah, I was trying to do 2 attacks, but you know.
No, but you can split them up like that. I'm gonna say no in this instance because you did the two-handed route with the spear.
Okay.
But if you use the spear one-handed, you can absolutely make the offhand attack.
Yeah.
With
one-handed
future.
1d4.
No, the one-handed spear is 1d6. Two-handed is 1d8.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You basically
sorry,
put a little extra.
I thought it said 6. I would actually. Yeah. Sorry. All right.
Okay. Do you want to move at all?
No. I'm just gonna stand my ground.
Cool. Jump over here. Motherfucker. The one to the south 5. 15, 20, 30 is moving forward quickly. Midian, it is your turn.
All right. Well, so it's safe to say this man is now in our range of vision.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking shoot a bow at him.
I'm gonna shoot him with a bow and arrow. Wow.
20.
Yep. Go ahead and roll the damage.
So,
That dog is super dead.
That's a fucking
Disgustingly dead. Oof.
Logie.
Okay.
Logie, your demon pops into your head, right? And he goes, "Be more like him."
You moving at all, Mitch?
Fuck no.
25
in my
experience.
tower.
The other slaver who is up with Mama Thickness is just watching all of this and is blown away. You don't know anything about these guys, but this is perhaps not at all what they were expecting. He swings his spear again, which still doesn't hit. He's looking decidedly demoralized at the moment. Finkel, it is your turn.
Oh, Mitch killed the dog, not the slaver.
No, I killed the slaver, not the dog.
But Paul Mark
Oh,
owns the dog.
wait, I'm sorry. I may have gotten that wrong then.
Yeah,
I totally thought you were shooting the dog.
I didn't, because you said only like he would be able to see those guys. I was shooting at the slaver.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought
He
he
walked over
hit.
my vision. Are
Here.
those low walls, or are they like walls that I wouldn't be able to see past?
No,
That's a
you'd
good
be
one.
able to see past. They're like railings.
Okay, because I just imagined that because you said
The
he
dog
hit
would have gotten cover, but you still would have hit him either way. He would have gotten partial cover, which
Yeah,
is like a plus
I
2
was
to
shooting
AC.
at you boy.
Okay, so you'd absolutely still hit, and you still killed him. So the experience is actually the same. So no mechanical change there at all. The dog was actually before Finkel, so I'm going to have the dog go real fast. I don't think he'd be able to get to anybody though. Sorry about that. 1,
It's okay.
20, 25, 30. Okay, the dog can actually get up to Mama Thick. He gonna do that. He gonna bite. Doggy bite. Doggy hit. Holy fuck.
Doggy hit.
Oh,
Doggy
yeah.
hit hard too.
Holy fuck. Why do I not have the damage on here? It is an attack. Why the fuck didn't you? Oh, that's what. Oh, I've done a dumb. Okay. I'm going to have
What
to
happened?
change that. I coded these wrong. So, like, I should be able to basically hit the roll damage on these two, but I think I set most of my things to not auto-roll damage, which was a mistake in retrospect. 2 damage, Tim.
Okay.
2 health damage from the dog. I think... Is that the first time one of you has actually been hit?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
It makes sense that I'm the
Okay.
first one to be hit, but yeah.
It does indeed. Now Finkel turn. Excuse me. Now it's
You went into
Finkel's
your
turn.
character sheet and took that off, right, Tim?
I did, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I think.
You should just have to down arrow it twice.
No, well, yeah, sure. Or I just typed it in, but sure.
If I go like 1, 2, 3, I can like go around the
Correct.
walls,
Yep.
right? Okay. And with a sob,
That hits
going
the
for
dog.
the dog.
Ah,
What
I did
do I
it to
roll
yours
now?
too. Hold on. I'm gonna have to edit this shit right now. Save changes. At least on this. Fucking duck.
Sweet little dum dum, just watch the dog
Crit and damage. Okay.
bite Lady Thick, and he's gonna, as he raises his battle axe, and
You're gonna have to manually roll it this time. It should work in the future. It's 1d8 plus 2 /R 1d8.
1d8 plus 2.
Yep. That kills the dog. Strainu continues to sob over the corpse of the dog.
No, it's Finkel. Finkel killed the dog, and he's
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
absolutely fucked up about it.
That is an
He did
addition.
what he had to do.
So that
Now, is
motherfucker.
that 2 dogs now he's killed?
I don't think he killed the first one. I'm pretty sure Strainu killed the dog and the guy.
Yeah, he tried to
Oh,
calm
true.
the dog down.
Oh no, Finkel. Yeah, that's where the first 25 came from, was animal handling. Eminol. Oh yeah, and homies killed 2 people as well.
Okay.
No, a dog
I'm
and a
going
person.
to pause here because you guys see something a little different than what you've been seeing so far. Let me edit, and I'm gonna have to add this to all of your fucking journals again because I misunderstood how this was done initially because I'm a fucking smart guy.
Dragonborn heavy infantry.
Yeah.
Okay, this
I
does
see
show
it.
us all their attacks and strengths and stuff now. So
It is?
Mhm.
You are seeing all of that.
Now I have a
Ask me
character
if I
sheet
want to
for
use
you.
the
Okay.
character
Now
manager.
you should not. Close
I'm just
it
gonna
out and
close it.
refresh it. It should be now. It's just in your journal, but it can only be edited and controlled by me, and that's what we want.
Okay, I can still see character sheet. I can't
Get
edit it.
rid of it and refresh.
I did.
and you can still see
I'll
them.
refresh the page. Let me check, because I could also see all the things.
Don't look at the things.
I'm not. It looks the same as my Finkel sheet does.
No,
Or I
it's
can
all still there.
see strength and con and stuff. It just is not the same as like looking at a proper character sheet, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's what an NPC stat block looks like.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I think I
Yeah,
see
mean,
an NPC.
All right.
It's loading in now. It's changing.
I just closed it.
Okay. Basically, what you're seeing lumbering out from somewhere else on the docks is a dragonborn. You guys have seen these before. You're familiar with them. They are in Mithril. It is essentially a bipedal half-man, half-dragon. This particular one is pretty fucking beefy, not only in stature, but in like armor. It is well armored. It does not look like, what the fuck? Do I not have the actual character sheet for it now? Oh, god damn it. It's going to be a pain in the ass. It is brandishing a greatsword, a big two-handed sword. It's carrying it very casually in one hand, and like over its shoulder, just like you should see in the image. And it is strolling towards you with what seems like very little care or concern. Hi. He just walks up. That's what you see of him so far. And running up behind him is yet another tribal joining the fray, running from up back. Kickatrix, it is your turn.
I would like to move up here and do a perception check into this little room.
Here?
Yes.
Okay, a perception check during combat is an action.
Oh, so I can't. So even if I move here, what can I
make it a free thing?
What can I do?
You have your bow out. You could attack this guy down here. You could shoot at this fella here.
I think what he's trying to do is, like, can he see in that room to make sure?
Can I see? Yeah, I walk over here to look in the room to see if the room is clear.
Yes,
the room is clear.
It looks like a little 10-foot cabin that it seems like somebody may have been living in it now. From what you can see, there's furs on the ground, but given its location on the docks, it is fair to assume that this was at one point like a harbor master's office.
Okay, I would like to slowly, with my feet not lifting off the ground, scooch up to the stairs and go into...
I think that's a great way of going about it. I'm going to say that is your movement there. That was about 20
done.
feet. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm done. That's cool. I'm hidden. Can't see me. John Cena.
You're not hidden now, but you could be. You're definitely not like a priority.
Can I stealth?
Target. You don't need to.
Because I didn't do anything? But what if I want to?
You don't need... It's a waste of an action for you. You don't get any mechanical bonuses for being stealth like Mitch does with the sneak attack.
Oh, he doesn't get
No. That is
I don't get
specific
sneak
to
attack?
rogues.
Okay,
no,
so
that's half the reason to
shit
play a rogue is the sneak attack.
Got it.
It's great before you get into combat, or you don't want to be attacked, but like the position that you're already in would basically take you off the priority list anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool. That's what I'm looking for. Send it.
Stranu, it's your turn. Claire? Kidling?
You muted?
Yeah, I am muted. I don't know what to do. I see the new...
You might not see the Dragonborn from where you're at.
That's kind of...
He's pretty solidly on the other side of the building. You're...
Okay. 4, 5. I'm going to move...
And nobody's actually really communicated that it's there. Like, I suppose. If I was being better about...
Well, also, too, he wasn't, like, sneaking up. He's kind of casually walked out and made his presence known as the vibe that I got from it.
That's
like,
it.
Yeah.
If he's... So, like, I'm playing these... That's why I was wondering about that, if that was a low wall or not. I understand that that's a cabin, so my line of sight, I wouldn't see the Dragon Warrior, but I would see the Wilder come up.
I don't think I would see the dragon. I don't. That's why I didn't say anything about it, because I don't think I would see it.
Does that
Yeah,
cabin
you
have
might not have.
windows? Does it have
Logie would
windows?
see it. No, it does not. Logie would see it. Mama Thickness would see it.
And Finkel would.
Yes, and Finkel would.
Fink.
Finkel
You
is
guys
pretty
can yell
occupied
things
after
out
killing
too.
a dog.
You guys can yell things out, so
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
have
you
to
can't.
we are
wait
allowed to
for
talk.
your
Yeah.
turn.
No, you would. It would have to be during your turn,
Oh, okay.
but you can be
Well,
like,
since he
"Yo,
doesn't-
big boy coming."
You can realistically say anything you could say in 6 seconds.
So since he doesn't know that that's going on, he's gonna move over near Mama Thick. Actually, like tuck himself in here.
You
I
would
believe.
probably see it by the time you got there. But if you wanted to go there, you could do that and attack.
That's the plan.
Yep.
He's busy just attacking shit. We're on a roll. Does that hit?
It does actually hit, yes. No, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking liar.
Oh.
It misses by 1. That's my bad.
Wow.
It would have killed him, though.
You bastard.
It dodges to the left just barely. This guy knows that he is severely outclassed here. Do you inform anybody else as to the Dragonborn?
I think as he's like, okay, so if he missed but just barely, is that my understanding?
Yes, correct.
He missed but just barely, but he's gonna play but miss but just barely because as he's like mid swing, he sees this like dragonborn like coming up, and he's like swinging just because he thinks we're still in battle. Mid swing, sees this fucking dragonborn coming up, and just what the fuck?
Fair enough. Like pulls the blow.
Completely caught off guard and just like misses his shot because he is just like no, what flabbergasted. Thinks that we're just gonna like clear this shit and continue going on, and then just is just completely thrown off his guard, thrown off his game.
Well described. Logie,
Thank you.
it's to you, Mr. Eric.
Now try
Yeah, I take
this
note
time.
that the Dragonborn, the infantry, is just didn't really take note of us yet. He's just strolling through. I kind of let that be known to the party that hey, this huge guy is coming over here.
Fair enough. What are you doing? Are you moving at all? You can do all those things at the same time. Fucking that big guy's coming, fuck. Or however you choose to.
I believe for thaumaturgy, that works within 30 feet.
Yep. What are you up to?
I'm thinking if I can get closer to him within one turn and enough to cast thaumaturgy to just, throw out my voice to be loud enough and heard to intimidate him to go the other way. But I see I'm too far for all of that in one turn.
I think you're okay. Fair enough. What other?
Can you
30 feet.
can you unblack this for me so I can see if there's something in his house?
So what thaumaturgy, your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. So you basically are determining a point within 30 feet that occurs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could essentially cast it here or even on this slaver there. And from that point, your voice 3 times louder than normal would emanate.
So he'd still be able to hear it from.
You would be able to do what you were after doing, I think, yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Okay. So you're going to use thaumaturgy. It's a cantrip. No worry there. You're going to put it there. You would then roll intimidation and tell me what you're saying. And more importantly, what language are you saying it in?
What would I say?
Let it roll, baby. Don't overthink it.
Yep. You can also move before doing this, all things considered.
Yeah.
So you could move up to like Finkel and basically be able to cast it like at whoever's feet you wanted, essentially.
At the other slaver's feet.
You could move up to here if you wanted to. You could move there, and then you have 30 feet of range from there. So, can you guys see that arrow,
Yeah,
that measure
that's
when I do it?
super helpful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so on the toolbar on the left,
The
it's
ruler.
actually with the ruler. Just click where you want to start it from and roll from there. So you want to intimidate this motherfucker.
Yeah.
The slaver or the dragonborn fellow?
The dragon fella.
Okay. Go ahead and roll intimidation and
I just roll intimidation and not pressing on thaumaturgy.
no, thaumaturgy is a cantrip. I know what it is. You don't have to roll it in. It's you're not using a resource on that because it's basically a free spell and a good usage of a free spell. So first off, 25 experience for you specifically for that because that's exactly how you use this kind of thing. Secondly, roll your intimidation skill, and I think we'll do it with advantage. So you're gonna roll it twice. Jesus.
And one more.
Yep. Okay.
Don't need it though.
Now, that's a fucking hellacious thing. This is in the thing that I would say that intimidation like this is an attempt to frighten. So it's going to be, I think, wisdom is against that. It'll be the wisdom saving throw, right? That makes sense to me.
Well.
Which she fails. These Dragonborn Heavy, who looks supremely confident in the same way, perhaps, that these tribal warriors looked confident about a minute and a half ago. And he stops in his tracks and he stares at you, and you are not 100% why, but he genuinely seems frightened of you more than anything else. He takes a step back. Yeah, what did you say? That's a good thing. But keep that in mind for whatever you're... And in what language?
Is what I was thinking is trying to be very loud and forceful, but what in turn is kind of what the voice in my head has been doing, is being almost like a parasite. And so that's what that Dragonborn was more of hearing, is being negative thoughts of, you're not the greatest warrior, is just being all negative, as that he would not be able to come up against this party with, his best of game.
I love the wild shifts in Logi so far. Yep. You are as nothing before me. Bow down, you fool. And he takes a step back, shaking. I believe that's your turn. Good turn. Make sure you mark the 25 specific experience. That's for you.
I did go to that as well, too. So.
Thank you. Sister Thickness.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up attack the other guy next to me.
If you use the one-handed, you can use your offhand martial fucker.
And that's what I'm planning to do. Is use one-handed.
So you might have it selected as two-handed. Some of them have a one-handed and a two-handed option. You have to physically select.
I think I built it into his.
We got it here. So I'm gonna go for the spear first here, I guess.
Spear definitely hits. Definitely wounded him.
Where is Marshall? Oh, there
Fucking Bruce Lee, they ass.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
That doesn't quite hit, much like Claire's earlier. It's just shy. Okay. You want to move at all?
Not really.
Fair enough. Midian, it is your turn.
This boy's within my range here. I think that's 60, and that's fucking like 45 from me. Yeah,
yep, you're good.
My math's correct. All right, same thing. I'm gonna whisper to myself, "Let it roll, Midian." Shoot his motherfucking ass.
Definitely hits. Definitely wounds the fuck out of him. He was not really aware of you being there, and now he very much is, and he's not happy about it. On like a healthcare front, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like
that needs to go away.
yeah. He has your arrow has like gone straight through the meat of his fucking thigh, and he limps.
On a healthcare front.
He's not having a good time. I think that the slaver who is in combat with this Sister Thickness and Strinu is going to take the disengage to action to step back away from you guys, not incurring attacks of opportunity. That's his whole thing. And then he can move away. Finkel is crying, sobbing over the dog he was forced to murder.
He very much is. He's very upset with this entire situation.
Sure.
I'm counting. I'm trying to decide if his dumbass is going after the guy that just ran away. Oh my god. I can't find my mouse, so trying to use Roll20 without a mouse, if you're on it with only just like a Mac trackpad, is a really big pain in the ass.
Hold down one. If you hold down one of the clicks on it, it should make it go really fast, like either left or right or something. One of them.
I just have a trackpad, like the two-finger touch thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like one side's clicky, right?
No.
Can't help you. I'm sorry.
I have a MacBook.
You're a MacBook.
Yeah, MacBook. And we know that he can see the other things, right? Like the dragon and the
Finkel?
Yeah.
At this point, everybody knows he's there. Yep.
Finkel also has a net.
Finkel does have a net. I have no idea what to do with Finkel, in all honesty.
Finkel can delay. He can stay there and cry. That's a very fair thing to do with him.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think I'm just gonna delay. He is like.
He's mentally retarded and he just killed a dog. Like, it's fair.
He just killed a dog, and Homie just came up next to him, and I know that the intimidation was at the Dragonborn, but he's just like, you're nothing, and he's just like, I just killed a dog, and Homie's like, you're nothing, you're worthless, you're a terrible warrior, and Finkel is honestly just really fucked up right now, and that's what's going on with Finkel. We're gonna delay.
Fair enough.
Because I assume did we all hear that?
What?
Like the spell that Logie cast?
Oh, yes, very much so.
Yeah,
his voice was 3 times louder than normal. He's been very quiet and like into his books up until now. This is a concerning thing.
Yeah, no, Finkel was he just killed a dog, and then was just a dude just rolled up next to him and just screamed like, you are nothing. Right, Finkel is catatonic at present time. So
I heard Finkel. My thick ass heard Finkel.
The Dragonborn Heavy is shaken this turn. He will not be moving. He is not sure what to do. Like, he's shaking his head. You can see that he's trying to pull himself together, but he's not quite there yet. This slaver, who is just taking an arrow through the thigh,
it hurt in the knee.
Decides that, and like glancing over his shoulder and seeing that this Dragonborn thing that he is clearly much bigger and possibly far more violent than he is, seems shaken, stops himself, and also backs up 5 feet, and then 10 feet. Looks back and forth between you guys. Kikatrix, it is your turn. Claire, you're coming up after with Stranu, so decide what you want to do about the fleeing guy while Tommy takes his turn. And then Logie, you're up next, sir, after that.
I would like to Is there any window? I would like to look around for any windows.
We already established there's no windows in there.
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
We'll say that there's one, but it's facing the docks, like the area that you came in. Like not back this way. And it's more like a viewport for like the harbor master who probably worked there.
I'm honestly probably just gonna pass turn and just sit here and hide until fucking homeboy decides to pull up. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Strainu.
Stranu is kind of like Stranu is fully aware of what's going on with how shit ass these people are, and he's pretty fucking pissed that he's had to like kill some skull some dogs, and the homie and this bitch ass just like ran away. So he's gonna move, I think, just a little bit into the room and survey.
Okay.
I think it's like right there. Is that like just inside the room? Is that far
down
enough,
one
or do I need to move
This
him further?
would be like in the door right there.
So you take
Okay.
10 foot of step.
Yeah. And then I am saying I would also like to say, depending on what happens here, I might use Finkel's delayed turn. Is that how those work?
Yes. In the same way that Tommy could basically, that's how I'm counting that. You find yourself inside the inn. It looks like at one point that it was actually quite nice in a very like down home sort of way. All of the tables and chairs that are inside of it are almost all overturned and now destroyed, missing legs in some way, shape, or form. It's clear that this was once a place that was well loved by the people who lived and worked here. All of the remnants and remains of that are clear to be seen. They look to be more than a few months old, these remains, and some of these things have been essentially salvaged by these tribals to make the space relatively livable. Dominating the center of the room is a massive hearth. It's open like a big-ass brazier fire pit kind of thing. It's raised up maybe like 3 feet on a stone pedestal. There's benches and tables alongside of it. The slaver that you are pursuing is running north along those tables. It looks as if there is a door up further, like past the bar, that he is probably running towards, perhaps to get away from you. You still have 15 feet of movement.
Are there more people in the inn?
Not that you see. It is one, basically what you can see here is like you're in one large common room. There is stairs that seem to go up to, they're like right here, I think you can see them. And the bar at the other end, you can see over that, there does look like a door past the bar, but you have no idea what's there or where it leads. But the room that you're in contains you and the fleeing slaver.
We do not share a language, but I really want to know if he's like retreating proper, because I will respect a retreat.
You can choose at the moment of basically knocking somebody or like killing somebody, quote unquote, to do non-lethal damage instead. I should have mentioned that earlier. In this particular instance, though, you could knock him out if you were to reduce him to 0 health.
Okay, how do I go about that?
Attacking as normal and telling me when I say and he dies, how do you do this? You say, actually, I want to take him captured. Like,
I would rather not. Okay.
Right. You basically choose a time of attack or roll.
So should I use like my hand axe instead of my fucking warhammer then?
I would think that a hammer is probably you can do it either one of them. You don't have to be specific. I've actually looked into this, and it's like you can't do it with ranged weapons. Ranged weapons are fucking lethal. But like you realistically,
like a tip for like an arrow.
Yeah, but I don't think that you're going to find those commonly. You could get that made for sure. Like,
I was just curious if that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay. But you would have to put in that thought. Like you have a sword, you can use the pommel. You have an axe, you can turn it around and use like the joint. You know what I mean? Like all that makes sense.
Sure, yeah, I do have the warhammer, but I think instead of like going for like a kill shot, I'm gonna try to like use the handle and like.
You could crush his leg. You could
just like thump
realistically.
Him real good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to like thump him real good.
Yep. You don't necessarily have to be super specific about it either. You definitely thump him real good.
He's definitely thumped.
You've definitely
thinking
thumped
about that thump right now.
Oh no, I'm scared to click.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's actually exactly what you need to reduce him to 0 health. So you reduce
Okay,
him to 0 and you keep him alive.
cool. And then and that's the end of his turn, correct?
Yes, Stranu is
And
done.
then I'm just gonna move homie just since
We're gonna move
and by
him
homie
there for now, just so we all know that he's been captured.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finkel's just gonna like follow him in because he's not comfortable. Like he's gonna like hover kind of in the doorway because he's not comfortable with like not having eyes on
Well,
Stranu, and that's his whole turn.
Okay. Then we are back to the top of the round with Logie.
My Logie was trying to. Granted, he was the one that first shot, but it kind of diffusing what's going on at this point after battling what's that voice either telling him he's doing a good job or he's pathetic because he missed. Although telling me that I did a good job intimidating that Dragonborn, but in doing so, saw him. He's a big threat. We just been working on these dogs and slavers. It's kind of like Logie's way of saying, or he thought he did say that, it's kind of like time to go, or best option to go.
What?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Oh,
what
is
the fuck you talking
What are you trying to do here, bud?
just like retreating after seeing that Dragonborn has
You're
been
retreating?
like, yeah,
Like you want to step back a bit.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead. Keep in mind there are ball bearings there.
Like,
Yeah, you'd be able to do that. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it's 20 feet. You're square. Anything else? Any magics? Any?
let me check.
And you are of a mind to pull back. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that
Like,
was the whole point of Logie trying to intimidate that Dragonborn. He was very sure that, he was a formidable opponent, so he tried to nip that in the butt real quick.
okay,
Like,
and just
it'd
back
be an
up.
easier option to kind of like go away rather than that following us.
Fair enough.
And I don't think I want to cast a cantrip or anything. It's mostly offensive at this point, and at this moment I'm having a clear mind that I do not want to have a offense.
Okay.
Pathetic.
Yeah, and he's saying that too. Yeah.
All right, you're good, Eric.
Yeah.
All right, Sister Heartthrob.
Mrs. Heartthrob.
Yes.
It's a robot, so it doesn't really matter.
So I'm at the inn right now. Essentially, this is at the mouth of the inn. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Well, it's my mission to find the bar and then serve drinks, I think. So I'm gonna
Oh, Timmy.
you're a character, baby. You had a task.
I'm gonna walk up to, I don't know where, I assume this is the bar area
I'm in the bar.
in the middle.
Stranu and Finkel are in the bar.
And I'm gonna try to, if my movement can take me there, like get behind the bar and
You have
try to
40
pour a
feet,
drink.
5, 10. You're at 15 right now. You could move through Finkel, so that's 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 35. You can get on the bar.
Oh, do a dance.
Okay, I'm on the bar. Sure.
You are on the bar. Action, I assume, is to pick up a bottle or some kind.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Well, yeah. I try to pick up a glass, a pint or something.
You're gonna need to roll an investigation for that.
No. I mean, you pick up what looks like. Well, it's kind of a broke
Well,
ass.
I'd like to see what's going on, though. I'd like to
You would
see
think.
what is going on.
Like in the room.
Well, like if I'm standing on top of the bar, like I can see into the bar, right? Like what's
Yeah.
happening
Okay. Fair enough.
inside of the bar.
Hold on. Sorry, it's gonna move. Oh my god, I think I fucked everything up. Wait, you were there. That's where you were. Okay. So that is, I don't know if it shows you more of it now or not. I had to actually move the background. I'll put it back in a second.
I don't know. Yeah,
Refresh it.
It looks good.
Okay.
that's fine.
That is the room of the bar, essentially. You do know that there is a door in the back of it. You have not investigated that yet, but as far as you can tell, the bar, just as Srinu saw, the bar itself is empty. It's very clear that several people were living here, but it's also pretty likely that you've just successfully murdered most of them. The bar itself is clear of threats. It doesn't look like there's any like easily salvageable alcohol. Anything that would have been at hand has been long drank by these guys.
Can you yell that out to everybody before you end your turn? Midian is curious.
There is no alcohol.
Perfect. Midian, it's your turn.
I'm assuming I very quietly heard this from around three corners, and I'm
Yeah, there is no alcohol. Just echoes in the empty room.
Yeah, it's all stone, so I'm assuming it echoes, right? And so I'm just gonna whisper.
I want character art of that, actually.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Well, shit. Let the hunt continue. So I'm gonna move to this corner here, and that should give me 50 feet on old Hunter, a boy that I shot in the leg. And I'm gonna keep letting that ride on him. I don't like him. I don't like anybody.
Do it.
So that one missed.
Mists clatters against the ground at his feet, skitters off into nowhere.
Lost my footing.
It is, even though you missed, this slaver has absolutely had enough and beats feet. He looks over at the Dragonborn Heavy, who still doesn't seem to have quite made up his mind about what's going on. He looks incredibly uncertain. And this guy has decided that he is certain and takes off.
Does the knockout count as XP, and does him running away count as XP?
Him running away does not count as XP. The knockout does.
So I'm guessing still 25.
Yes. The Mastiffs and the Slavers roll 25. It's the Dragonborn Heavy's turn, and he understands that whatever is in front of him.
Did you skip Finkel?
I did skip Finkel. I'm very sorry. Please,
I was like, wait a second.
think it up.
Fink wants to move like right next to Stranu and Homie. That you moved him, but that was knocked out.
Okay.
I have a net.
Oh, okay. You also have rope.
Well, I also have this net
Fair enough.
in my hand from earlier that I picked up.
Okay, no, get at. That's exactly what he would do. He would walk up with the net.
He's like, I just have this net.
Net on him.
So yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough.
just gonna try to net him. What do I roll for that?
You don't need to. He is knocked out, unconscious, and
I'm gonna
prone.
say he's unconscious, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
no, you
roll.
basically like Finkel, the mentally challenged squire, basically walks up and like drapes the net on top of him like it were a blanket, and he were making a bed. Like,
and then like nods his head like
it's the sweetest
well
thing
done.
Straining
Yeah.
has seen in a while, and once again his friend renews his faith in the goodness in the world.
Thank you for not killing him, but he is. Don't worry, boss. I got him. That's what Fink has to say. Is, don't worry, boss. I got him.
Sweet.
And he's so proud, and he gives him like the sweetest like smile, like he's just, like a little shoulder shimmy shake. Just drapes the net. I got him.
Ow.
I got him. He's so pleased.
The Dragonborn Heavy is a brave creature. It is a prepared creature, and it is an intelligent creature. Not incredibly intelligent, but smart enough to know when it's outclassed. And this thing decides to return from whence it came.
He just fucks right up.
And we are going to call that the end of combat because it's late. It's actually 12 o'clock, so that's a great place to be.
I love the like shimmying off into the shadows, like when one guy poked his head up and like he just disappears. Like
No, absolutely not.
Doing it. I'm going to give you, as a group, 100 experience for the Dragonborn Heavy. That's not a nice creature, and I think that was a good way of handling it. It was incredibly successful, especially against a creature that has an built-in advantage against effects like that. Really well done. So 100 experience for that is if it were a kill. It's worth more than that, much more for reference, but I think 100 is fair. You do not get the last slaver.
Extra for pulling that off.
I believe I gave him some when he used Thaumaturgy to do it.
You're right. You're right. You did give him 25. You're right. Sorry.
So I think we're square on that front. Tommy, I'm going to give you 25 for the ball bearings, even though it didn't work. That's exactly how you use random ass items like that.
I want to pick my ball bearings up before we leave.
It's going to take you some time to do that.
I brought a magnet.
Shuffled through that, my dude.
He says, "I brought a magnet with me."
Dude, a magnet would totally change this game world. I'm just saying.
Good to know.
I'm not going to use it to attack anything.
He just wants to get his ball bearings back.
So we're going to leave combat at this point. I think we can assume a couple of things that... Actually, no, we're not going to assume anything. We're going to leave combat at this point. There are several dead dogs on the ground. One of them nothing can be done with, except if you wanted to, take a frozen leg and cook it, I guess.
The one I killed can.
Yep. So there's 4 dogs in total. 3 of them are lying there. There is the slaver that you have successfully captured. There is 4 other dead ones. The waterfront, as the Dragonborn Heavy slinks off into the darkness, and you're all maybe left with maybe Midian and Logi are left with the feeling that maybe you've just avoided something that could have been much worse than everything so far.
Pussy ran away, you see it?
I think Strawn knows too, at the very least.
You guys are in the bar looking for booze and standing over this slaver. The waterfront around you, at least around this inn, is now quiet. You don't know what else might be out there. This is a rather large city, and it will be dangerous. Everything you do here will be dangerous. But what are you guys doing? We're out of combat, so we're out of initiative at this point. That took not a horrible amount of time. It was actually a pretty goddamn big combat. It was supposed to be. Big ambush right to start things off. Everybody did great. It's very clear that we've all played this before. Eric, you've picked this up really, really quickly. You get the soul of the thing, and that's clear. Very pleased to have you in the group based off that first combat there. As we do them, these will get faster and faster.
Okay.
Just in general. So we've now been playing for 4 hours, and I think 2 hours is a good safe assumption most of the time. So some shorter things. We also won't have 40 minutes of me talking out of my ass at the start of the episode or whatever we're doing. So that should help too.
Picking up on my ball bearing, guys. See that?
So we are done with combat. You guys have cleared out this immediate area of the docks and of this inn. There is a bridge to the south. To the north of you, it looks like basically past the inn, it looks like a bit of beach extending for a couple 100 yards before hitting the mole, the pier, the stone breakwater.
Can we get that image dropped in chat?
Which?
The initial image with the A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah, I can actually
have that cut down, just
over there right now.
just for the pier where we landed.
I safely crawled.
Go ahead and refresh. You should be there.
Thank you.
I safely crawled up to the roof
continue.
where I feel good enough to sleep.
We're not even at that point, really. Just the whole sleeping point.
No napping.
In
No
terms of
napping.
combat time, we landed.
Well, I
at
mean, if
4
we're getting
o'clock.
off, so I was just, you know what I mean?
Anything, it's 6 o'clock at the latest in game.
Not even. Be like 4:30.
Not even.
That's not the point I was getting at. The point that I was getting is that we're all getting off, and I was just like, man, I climb up here to take a little nap.
We do have a little bit of time, though. As far as loot that you guys will find here, almost inevitably, I'll post that into the Discord.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do that. I'm going to random generate stuff that you find in the inn, which I'm actually assuming that you guys are going to go into and search. I don't know that. What are you guys actually doing right now?
I'm in this
Combat
house,
Pro?
so whatever's in this
You're in the
house,
house on top of the roof. I get that.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm searching the inn, and I have a hostage.
Okay.
Lest we forget, he's unconscious.
Are you
but I have a
searching the
hostage.
inn, or are you going to question your house?
I would rather question the hostage, but I don't necessarily want to get into that at this hour.
And we're not going to. I just want to have an idea because you can't do both right now.
No, kind of work. No, yeah, no. I was gonna say I want to do both.
I'd like to go check that little hut that I was hiding in.
Okay.
Can we go back to the other screen so I can see what was going on?
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted
we're
a
good now, right?
refresher.
We wanted to.
Yeah, I just wanted a little refresher on the layout.
I do have a party token here. Hold on. I think.
I will say that Thick Bitch is just trying to find any drop of alcohol or any kind of bottle lying
You're not
around.
searching
She's
for
dedicated.
anything else?
As well as any kind of
no,
food.
he's
or anything
specifically
else.
searching for that. Go ahead and roll an investigation, Tim. I'm not going to let you use your feature for rations in this instance because you're not in the wild. You're searching a tossed inn.
Fair enough.
Claire, we will handle your interrogation elsewhere, but as far as you know, he doesn't speak any languages that you do, and/or is choosing not to communicate in them.
I wasn't planning on trying to speak to the hostage. He is a general of what I understand to be a very bloody, very vicious war.
Your guy is?
Yeah, well, I thought so. That was my understanding.
But you're not trying to intimidate that? What are you doing with the hostage?
I'll probably try to intimidate him at the very least to maybe oh God, it feels awful. A bargaining chip is the word that comes to mind at present.
Okay. So we're taking this as a hostage. You're not necessarily going after information.
It's absolutely hostage situation. I know that there is no use in trying to speak to him because we do not speak the same language. I don't think there will be any way of communication. I would like to come into it next time with some type of intimidation and kind of while we figure out what the fuck is going on, like I need a bargaining chip of some sort to make me feel like I at least have the upper hand, hopefully in some way.
Okay, I get it. Tim, you don't find any booze. Logie, what do you do?
I follow into the tavern with everyone else after seeing that the Dragonborn finally just waltzed away somewhere else into the darkness.
One more again, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, just basically just catching up to the party, which mostly everyone's in the tavern.
Going into the inn? Okay.
Yeah, because Logie's just finally calmed down after what basically the first time of like interacting in the field of battle with someone in your head telling you more.
Yeah, that's fair. Also looking for a drink.
Decompression.
Fair enough.
Oh, do you need me to roll an intimidation or something?
Yeah, go ahead because it'll give me an idea as to
where we're gonna
or at the very least like how cowed he is.
I mean, sorry, my screen just went blank.
Cool.
So
Tommy,
I've
roll
been,
me an
refreshing, trying to get
investigation
it to
for
come
the
back.
Harborman's thing. Okay.
Oh my God! How?
He's not impressed.
He is not impressed.
What
the fuck?
He was already kind of cowed because what you guys had successfully done, but you in particular don't seem to impress him.
Is it because my screen is just completely black right now?
You walked up and pointed your fingers. You're like,
that is a 5? No, that's a legit thing. 1d20 plus 2.
What is happening?
Charisma. Yep, that's fine. I don't know what's going on with your shit.
No, I'm on Roll20. I either have a brown screen or a black screen, and that's it. I have
Just X out of it and load back into it. Midian, what are you up to?
Can you go back to the other screen real fast?
Yep. Yes. Where the fuck?
Intimidation is one of my fucking.
Can I use my perception instead of my investigation?
Yeah, but you got your plus 2, you got your 1.
For like noticing
There we go, I get
things
a
in the
little
area.
something.
Investigation would be like looking and rummaging through
Okay.
shit.
Okay. Cool.
Isn't that the map?
So investigation would
So
definitely.
my bargaining chip was shot the hell. That's cool.
Where is? Oh, that's the one we're on, right? Yeah. Okay.
Wait, are we still on the pier screen? Oh, there
Now
we
we
go.
are. He
We're
just
now
moved
on
it.
decks. Go ahead, Midian.
Okay, so
Can't believe I got a nat one. I'm so pissed.
Claire, Jaddy.
I'm gonna tuck myself into the corner here, and I'm gonna go stealth. Do I need to roll?
It depends on what you're doing.
I just wanna like hide here in the corner and just keep my eyes on that bridge coming from the south there, because things ran away, and if everyone's in the bar,
You are taking up a watch position, and no one is watching you, and you are in shadow, and we can safely say you are stealth, and you are watching this situation.
I don't like
Okay.
that area.
So everybody basically has a thing that they're doing right now. We do have to end this session. So one of the things we have to kind of figure out, and I want to open this up for discussion here at the end, is how we're going to do this. So any loot that you guys would find from searching these bodies, which I'm assuming is going to be done in the next little bit, can be done. What are your intents? What is your intent going forward? How do you guys want to continue basically the situation that we're in? Yeah, I'll just leave it at that right now. I'm going to open table it for you guys, but I'm also going to take a piss and switch to my phone Discord so I can go outside and smoke a cigarette and not be rushed. This is the end of the Roll20 thing that we do. Mitch, I think you're scribing this session. Please write down that we need to do combat loot. Experience is done, so if you could write down that, everybody can take that experience. There are some things that will be in the inn if you guys decide to stay there and do anything with it, and vis-a-vis the same thing for the Watchmaster's house, which is where Tommy was searching. Behind this inn, let me set the scene for you real fast, just so you know basically where you're at. Behind the inn, which you haven't really seen yet, but we would have as you rode in, is this inn, this two-story building. It's relatively large. There's a shed behind it, and then about 50 feet behind that shed, behind this row of commercial buildings, there is a cliffside that goes up what looks like 200 meters. It's pretty significant. Well, maybe we'll call it 50 meters. It's scalable. It slopes down to the right, more towards where like the main part of town would be, like the residential area, but it creates a pretty strong elevation difference. So basically you're dealing with a three-sided situation here as far as the inn goes. To the south, there's the bridge that leads to like the rest of the dockside. To the north, there's a beach that leads into the breakwater. And then to the west, there's the docks. That is how you got in here.
You said
Floating
east,
out.
East is breakwater?
West is breakwater. I'm sorry. But like, this map isn't really great orientation for this realistically. The breakwater would realistically actually be south of you guys, which is where the beach would be. But looking at the map we're looking at, that beach is to the north.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are basically on a nice crescent of land where all of this shit is built. It's relatively defensible. You have the beach to the north, which only leads to that breakwater. You have this bridge that leads down south to the rest of the city, right? That's where you are. What do you guys? What would you do next? Discord-wise, I need to give you loot from the combat. We need to figure out how much experience you guys got, and that's where I'm at so far. You have the feeling that the city's probably pretty fucking hostile. You know that there's people still out on the boats. I'm going to step away, actually, for a minute and let you guys discuss this because I really have to hang a piss. I'm going to jump out of Discord and I'll jump back in, but I'll give you guys some time to open table this because you should. And then I'll be back in a couple minutes and you let me know what the intent is to move forward, because we want to be able to kind of split this up to run smaller adventures too, right? To be able to play with not all 5 of us here. There's a mechanic in the future for how we can basically do that. But in this particular instance, I need to know, like, are you guys going to fortify this? Are you going to return back to the ship? If your intent is to push deeper into the city, then we're going to need to pause here, and you guys can do that as groups. But think about it, and I'll be back.
So
I'm gonna
basically,
pile all the bodies up.
okay. So what I was gonna say is, I don't know how you guys want to divvy up loot. I did mark down who killed what. If we want to take like a more decisive route, is in like you keep what you kill, or you can divvy it up however you want. There's nothing necessarily saying that we are all group members by any means, but we did just go through a combat scenario together, so that could like bolden us in being friends based on what we saw. Friends by circumstance rather than we've known each other our whole lives. Kind of think like prison. You found some people you identify with, and we ganged up. Because that was absolutely devastating for the other team. They hit the monk once, I think, maybe for 2 damage.
Yeah, that's bad.
Damage, yep.
Yeah, so I mean, like, they're fucked as far as they know. If those other 2 ran away, maybe they're telling more people like, "Yo, problems." Like,
This is untouchable, man.
yeah, they're loud, they're deadly. There's a bunch of dead dogs. The Dragonborn's like, "Yeah, nah, fuck that shit."
The robot is the only one that got hit, and he got bit by a dog.
Yeah,
right?
And he got bit by he got like mouthed by a dog. I wouldn't even call it a bite.
True.
Like,
I did
he,
get
like,
netted.
pawed
I
him
did
hard,
get
like-
netted,
Yeah,
but
nothing.
it was no
happened.
damage.
I mean,
and then within
I had a bunch of
minute,
good fucking
I was...
shots on everything coming in too. Like I had that angle caught. I didn't know that was there originally, but as they came up that path, like everything there caught a 20-something arrow to the face. So that was very beneficial. And clearing the inn, that was a good push inside there. So now at least we are, I think, 90% confident that the inn is safe. So I think, I don't know how you guys want to do loot.
I'm going to unmute you and go outside.
I don't know how you guys want to do loot. But again, like I said, I have who killed what marked down. So if we do want to do that, like you search what you killed, that way you get first come first serve on it.
Yeah, I like that.
Or if like, and I'm not saying this because I'm playing a rogue, but RP is obviously a huge thing. I would assume rogues, chaotic, evil, anything like that would not follow suit with that. Like if they want to, I'm assuming they could run up and look at it first, or be sneaky about it. And that's something I would say like a paladin wouldn't do. I don't know what your monk's alignment is, but I don't know if a warforged is interested in loot. You seem more interested in booze. So like things like that, like I would take into account. Not saying we all have to. That's just a suggestion. So other than that, I would say loot. Obviously, figure out how we want to do that, and so it's streamlined for Paul. And then the inn, I think we definitely need to poke around in there. I think we should have watches up because we know it's a hostile area. So since Tommy and I are ranged, we could take a good watch. I would recommend Grim does too, but RP wise, I think Grim is more invested in whatever he's got going on in his head right now, and that book maybe is like a getaway. So like I could see him not wanting to, even though he does have range capabilities. But I can hide, Tommy can hide. We're good at like posting up watch positions. So like if Tommy's in that house, he can watch the north. We know the boats that we came in are safe, and I can watch the south. The inn has a shed behind it and a cliff face, so I'm assuming that's pretty boxed off. So I think we're relatively, I'm air quoting this, safe for now, because I don't want to, assume we're safe. But that's
I'm trying to
what
remember. I
would
think
contribute.
between my 2 characters, I killed 2 dogs and
So you have
and a slaver.
You have dog, and
I think it was
1
50 individual.
You knocked
each.
out the 1 slaver.
Oh,
and you have
which
2
did
dogs
that
dead.
did
2
give me
dogs dead, 1
another.
slaver knocked out.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 75 XP individual.
I thought that was all shared.
Tommy killed 1 dog. All the XP is shared, I believe. Tommy killed 1
Yeah.
dog. I killed 2
Well,
wild
I got
welders.
Yeah, minus the
I did
flavor
get
XP.
I was gonna say no flavor XP. I do know that Eric got 25 flavor XP for the spell
You
work,
got 25.
and
as
I got
well.
25 flavor
You
XP.
guys, I mean,
And Tommy got 25 for the bearings as well. So
Okay. Otherwise, I'm trying. Well,
I'll make a note
Yeah,
of
I'm
that and
just
post
trying
that
to.
in Discord too. Don't worry, I have it all
just trying-
documented. You don't need to
No,
worry about
I'm just
it.
trying to. Are you not recording anymore? Are you?
Oh, I still am. Yeah, I have to end that.
Oh, God damn it!
It doesn't matter.